Greetings, citizens! This is how I upgraded my base in Minecraft Hardcore and survived 800 days in this world. As many of you know, I'm very easily distracted when it comes to Minecraft projects, which means many times I don't finish projects that come to mind organically in other videos. Today we'll be knocking some of those out, including the most requested upgrade from your comments. We're on our way to 100,000 in the Legion, so don't forget to subscribe to be included in the first 100k. Let's get started. You okay, buddy? Your eyebrows are looking a little wild? You're looking just absolutely insane. Whoa! Okay, that really scared me. Dem bones, dem golden bones. And I know it's just because these job blocks are here, but you watch yourself. This is my speaking platform. Did he just roll his eyes at me? And it's not just because I look like a porcupine. Is there a chance for donkeys to spawn in swamps? I think that would be a nice detail. Donkey! And we're back. I feel so official. I finally have a place to address the Legion officially. Officially official. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be taking on today. In the last couple of videos, or I guess it would technically be last few videos, we have done large builds. In 500 days, we built the arena in the sky, which is looking beautiful as always. In 600 days, we built our snow castle over here on our snowy, what is this? Or jagged peaks biome, which same as the arena is looking quite beautiful. And of course, in 700 days, we built this forum to attach to the base and have an official place to gather, bring all the citizens together, have a little commercial hub, all that kind of thing. We also have somebody who thinks they're a little bit too big for their britches and they can stand on my speaking platform. Yeah, that's what I thought. By the way, you'll notice the animations are updated a little bit. They give me the shifty eye, they move their eyebrows. I'm trying a new animation pack, so if you notice anything different with villagers and some of the mobs, that's the reason why. Yes, I will link that in the description below. But anyway, all of that is to say, this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm a little burnt out on the big projects. And each one of the previous videos, I've been saying, we need to work on this, we need to work on that, I've got this thing I want to do. And we never quite get around to it. So that's what this video is all about. I have a long list of things that I'd like to do, and we're basically just going to check off as many as we can. I'm not going to list everything out just in case we don't get to it all. But for example, here are a couple. Last video, I had to get rid of our farms over here. And I think it was wheat, beetroot, potatoes, carrots, and then we also had sugarcane down there. So we need a new place for the farms, the produce farms, as well as, oh, okay, it's not a seal. You remember last video I said we'd be finding these guys everywhere. Where here's the first one. I mean, you look happy enough going for your little swim in my fountain. We're gonna leave him, it's fine. Anyway, yeah, new place for the farms. The sugarcane, I would like to automate. I want to build an auto farm for that. Another example, I never did anything with this. I mean, we've always just had the iron farm out in the open like this. There's an opportunity here to build some kind of structure around it, make it look a little bit nicer. While I do love our SPQR sign, I think there's an opportunity to upgrade this. I mean, that's literally just cobblestone in the back, so I think we can do a bit better now. And of course, probably the one I've said the most, the storage room. We are on the 800-day video now, and my storage room is still basically just a cave dug into the side of a mountain. So, big opportunity to improve this. I need more space. There's a lot here, but I keep running out of space, so adding more space to this, upgrading the design, a lot that we can do here as well. So that's the idea. We're going to see how many of these we can check off in the next 100 days, and anything else that comes to mind as we're working on it. While we're getting started, I wanted to make a quick correction about my last video building a Roman forum. In that video, I made a wither skeleton farm by following a Shulkercraft video and gave a shout out for that, but as some of you pointed out, the farm was originally designed by IanXO4. So I wanted to call that out and give a shout out to IanXO4. The farm works beautifully and I love the design, so kings to you, my friend. Now, I think I do want to work on the farms first. And currently, we have our potatoes. We have our pumpkins and melons over on this side. It's also where the barn and stables and tree farm is, so everything is kind of grouped over in this area. I don't want to do anything here because, like I said, we're thinking about building something around that rather than just keeping it the way it is. So I'm wondering if we can continue the terraforming project off in this direction and maybe even up the hill a little bit and surround all of that with produce farms. And obviously this one isn't going to be about efficiency because that would make it much easier with a flat farm like this. This is going to be more making the base look nicer, and then it'll be there if we need it. So why don't we start with that? Let's do a little bit of terraforming over there, prepare the area for some produce, and see if we can make the base look a little bit nicer. All right, we've got a plan. Let's get to it, citizen. Many crops were cultivated in Rome, but especially olives, wheat, and grapes were considered vital. Wheat was perhaps the most important because it could be turned into bread, something we're all familiar with here. In fact, about 80% of Rome's citizens' daily caloric intake came from wheat, millet, and barley. So did you know there was a cave under here? Because I didn't, and it's not a small cave. And it keeps going. Okay. I hear you behind me. I know you're not going to be able to sneak up on me. Not with those big sounds you're making. Okay. You can set me on fire, though. Well done. Anyway, let's go ahead and make sure this is all lit up. It shouldn't get in the way, I don't think. But I also don't want to hear mobs while we're up there. How far does this go down? Okay, good. Stops there. And it comes out over this side, which is where? Right here. Okay. So hopefully we're good now, which means we can get back to it, Scooby-Doo. Alright, so I like how the shape over here is turning out. And this was already here, this big hole in the ground. I don't remember if I did that or if it was natural, but it made me think it might be nice to have a pond over here so we could fill this with water, do a little bit more design in there, and then the gardens could go around it, or the farms, whatever you want to call them. What I'm not too sure about is this. It's pretty steep. I'd have to take a lot out if we wanted to keep farms going up that way. They'll definitely fit there. We might start with that, see how much we can plant, and then decide what to do with the higher levels of this area. I think I have leftover sand and gravel from the white concrete we were making over there. Maybe I go grab some of that and we can blend it into the bottom there. Yep, there you are. Take a couple of each, maybe. Got some moss as well. That might not be a bad idea. Some bone meal. Why don't we start with gravel down at the bottom layer here? And I could just place it, but I kind of like the depth it's at, so why don't we replace the stone with what we brought. There we go. And maybe a bit more gravel on the sides, but then we'll switch to sand. Just kind of spot it around here. I think I'll leave some of the stone in, because that's not too bad. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. How would it look if we just dotted some of the moss around the edges? Yeah, I'm good with that. And now the fun part. We get to fill this in and hope we don't miss any spots. Actually, recently I've been watching a lot of other content creators on Create Mod, and I'm a bit jealous of something they have in that. It was just like this pump that you could put into some area like this and just connect it to an infinite source of water, and it would just fill it all the way up without you having to do anything. So yes, that would be pretty cool. I'm a bit jealous. Maybe one day I'd give Create Mod a try. I don't know. That looks like a difficult one to learn. Whoa! Big chain reaction there. Nice. Okay, that looks like 2 levels done. Alright, that's the next one. I think we do want to go all the way up to the top. Is that it? Did I get everything? No. Sneaky, sneaky. You can't get away back here. There we go. I think that was it. Looking good. Can't forget the bone meal, though. That's why I brought it. There we go. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I mean, if nothing else already, that just looks a lot more orderly, or would it be less orderly? It just blends in better. It's not just a sharp cutoff anymore. It actually kind of gradually increases, looks a little bit more like it belongs here. Just gotta do a little bit of touch up over here. I actually kind of do have an idea. I know those are dangerous. A way that we could probably make this work, how it gets taller here. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? We're still early in the video. I'm gonna do the idea, citizen. Ooh, but not before I use these. I forgot I brought them. I'll mark out the pond. I like the 2 block tall flowers. I don't know why. I like them more than the tiny ones. I think we're gonna go Betty by, and then I'll tell you what I've got planned for this over here, and we can start on that in the morning. Alrighty, so as I said, you know, this is just really steep. It would be difficult to kind of dig this out so it has the same type of incline that we have going here. So what if instead, what do you think about a retaining wall somewhere right here, and then that raises it up quite a bit, and then we just level it up at the top and going around? So for example, once we're up here, up at the top, it's not so bad. I could probably do something with this and wrap it around a little bit. This is the part that's steep. So if we maybe cleared out 3 deep of blocks from where we have the gentle incline down there, that could be where the wall goes. I could just build it up. It could go to even, you know, like this level right here. and then from the wall we build it across. You know I'm not great at explaining these things. Let's just start doing it. It's going to be a lot easier to see it than for me to try to fumble through explaining what is in my brain. Let's do it. Alright, I've got some materials that I think we can use for the wall. I'm not 100% on what I want to do for a design, so we'll just have to see how this goes. Kind of thinking for part of it, I've tried this before, I never really get around to doing it all the time, but I know you can kind of mix blocks up like this, so it adds a little bit more something to it, just makes it look a little bit better. Let me see how that looks. I mean, I'm recognizing Tetris pieces in there, but I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe it would look better if there was more of it. I kinda don't like it. Maybe we try this for like a structure instead of just a straight up wall. Let's try something a little different. Hard to go wrong with deep slate, hard to go wrong with dark oak. So that kind of design, which should give me what I'm after. I'm realizing that I didn't need to dig 3 out of here because you're never going to see anything behind this wall, but I guess it gives us the opportunity to like do an indent into this if we need to. So all is not lost. I'm going to need a lot more deep slate. Awesome. And I really don't think I have a ton of it. Well, I've got this. I've got basically 3 left. I don't think there's a lot back at the base. So we might be doing some digging after this. And that's all of it. Let's finish up this, and then I think we're going to be spending not a lot of time in the mine. I actually kind of have an idea for that for later. So maybe just enough to wrap this up. And I don't know how high I'm going to go, but probably maybe not double this amount, but close to it. Grab our stuff and go on our way to the mines. Yes, I'm going to say that every time, just like I'm going to say this. Hello, bees. Goodbye, bees. Yeah, so remind me later on. I've got an idea down here, and it's not like anything like well thought out. I essentially just want to do some more damage down here. I want to open it up a lot more. Maybe we can get some use out of it that way. But I thought maybe we could bring a beacon down here. Yeah, make it a lot easier to clear some of this stuff out, but not just yet. So let's get to collecting, and then once we've got enough for the wall, we'll head back up. I don't know that I've ever tried using a beacon on deep slate, because this is already fairly fast, so I'm wondering, does it result in an insta break, a near insta break? I'm looking forward to finding out. Thinking about tough because I'm mining a bunch of it right now. Isn't that going to be a new block in a future update? Aren't they going to allow for some variants of tough so it's not just, you know, this every time, because it's kind of useless in my opinion right now. I know some people use it, but I think that would be kind of cool if they came out with some variants for it. Maybe I'm making that up, but I thought I saw that somewhere. All right, I think we're pretty close, and I accidentally used Cleopatra's silk on a bit of it, and that is useless to me, so now I have to put it back down, get old reliable, and mine it up again, because that's how we get cobbled deep slate, which is the useful stuff. There we go. That should do the trick, I hope. Well, let's get out of here. Oh, actually, out of curiosity, any slimes in here? No, of course not, but another spoiler. Hello, buddy. That is another potential thing. Ooh, I don't like the way you move with the updated animation. That is creepy. Ugh. Yeah, that is another potential for this video, making a slime farm. I think that would come in quite useful. Come on, there we go. Alrighty, now we can get all of this prepped. I think I was using the bricks, right? Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, that's coming along. That's already a decent sized wall. At some point back here, we can kind of just, you know, lean it into the hill, and we don't have to continue going. I just don't know exactly where I want to stop. Let's just bring it to right there for now. In fact, we should probably do a section that's at the height that we want, so I know where to stop. Ow. That was an accident. But while I'm here, we don't want any mobs in our wall, do we? No, we do not. Whoops. There we go. Hopefully that's good. So, I think we're probably going to go right about to where that tree is. And if that's the case, this looks about right to me. Now, do I have enough deep slate? Nobody knows. We're about to find out. And ouch. At the rate I'm using this, I'm kind of thinking the answer to that question is a no. I hope I'm wrong. Okay, so right here, that is that section done, which means we just have this section. I should be okay, I think. I've got this, and I didn't convert it all. We'll probably have to do that, but I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. That tone of voice doesn't really lend a lot of confidence to itself, does it? Good news is we're working near the iron farm this whole time, so at least we've got that working and that's filling back up. I know we used a ton last video. Okay, so we need to convert a few more of those, then I think we'll be good to finish up. By the way, I definitely noticed when I'm looking away from the bee farm, everything is fine. Like there's not really any lag. The second I turn around, things start getting laggy. Anytime that is like in view, I'm pretty sure it's that. Maybe it's just because there's so many entities. There's the bees. I do have bubbles in here in some places. I've got the bubble columns for the things leading down to the mine. If anybody knows a way I can control that a bit, like just tweak the settings so that those things don't slow me down quite so much. I did try to do some tweaking before this video and hopefully that improved things a little bit, but still noticing I'm getting it whenever this is kind of in my view. So if anybody has any thoughts on that, I'd be happy to incorporate those to improve the performance a little bit. Where am I going? There we go. Let's just make it all. There we go. Can he stick the landing? Ooh, he did it. I just checked. When I'm looking away from my base, I'm getting about 120 frames a second. When I look back over in this direction, 26 frames a second. So that's definitely the issue. There's something there, and I'm not, it's probably just all the entities and all the different things I've got running over there. Okay, so it comes to an abrupt end over here. I am going to stop at that point. We might, I'm not sure, I might like kind of wrap it around in that direction, but until I fill in the dirt, I'm not sure what I'd like to do there. However, I am just realizing since it was going to be 3 deep, I should make this into a walkway on the top. It's going to be a really small one, but we can save on materials. It doesn't have to go all the way down. So let's grab a couple things for that and then come back in the morning. Okay, so what we can do, it might even just be a 1-block walkway because I highly doubt I'll ever be up here. But let's wrap all the way around, do this. There we go. And lovely day to be doing this in, by the way. And we just wrap this all the way around. This is quite the little detour I set for myself, just trying to make a few new farms. Should be worth it though, I hope. Okay, done there. And then I wanted a little extra detail on the outside, so why don't we just put fences? Yeah, let's go all the way along. No, I'm going to run out. Alright, we can make some more up here, it's fine. This should do the trick. And then if we... how often do we need these? Let's see. That should do it. We could always watch for mobs and check. And there we go. Now, I think I dropped off all that dirt, and the next step is going to be filling in from here outward with dirt. That way it'll give us the ability to kind of have a gentler incline up to the top of this area. So let's go change out the shulker box. We'll fill that with dirt. Make sure everything is lit up down here. That's something we should do before we fill it all the way in. And I think that should be good. Could always, again, listen for mob sounds. If we hear them, we'll head back down, we'll add more, but I think we'll be all right. So let's go grab our dirt, fill this in, and then I think we'll be okay to start working on the actual farms. We'll have this terraformed, and we'll be ready to go. Just kidding, I actually need all of you back. And I also forgot I was going to put all of these down at the bottom. Okay, bright, shiny new day. Good time to fill in some dirt. Pretty sure that's the saying anyway. So from this point in the wall, we're just going to go straight across. I might start grading it upwards before we touch it there, but I at least want one flat area to work on all the way across. Then we can figure that part out. Alright, citizen, let's have a look at progress so far. So, we've cleaned this area up a bit. We've got the pond. That's all looking pretty good. I think we can add a lot of farms there. The retaining wall is to help us level things off up here, which I started to do, as you can see. I think we'll be able to get farms here. I don't know about over on this side, however. I guess we can do some of the same things over there. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a bit more leveling off up here and just get it up closer to the top because I do think I'd also like it to go down in this direction closer to the house. Yeah, I'm just going to, let's do that. No better way to do some thinking than just going nuts with Scooby-Doo, right? And for reference, really all I'm doing is just making sure that there's 2 flat blocks and kind of digging out what I can while there's still at least 2 here. Just because I don't think it makes much sense to put like produce on a single layer of blocks like this. I'd much rather have it be something like this where there's at least 2 that can go and double rows. Except the corners. That's probably going to be where we don't do that. Oh great, I'm hearing zombies. And that is never not going to bug me, which means there's a cave in here somewhere. Let's just take care of it now so we don't have to worry about it later. I hear them. Are they above me now? Whoop. Okay, I think I found it. No, I just found my own tunnel. I'm going in circles. It's got to be around here somewhere. What is this? I've apparently already been in here. There are lights. Hello. And there's a horse in here. A horse, of course. Hey, back off. Nope, 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 nope. Ooh, pants and boots. And horse and zombies and creeper? Well, we figured out what was happening at least. We need to light this whole place up. Apparently, I never found this portion of wherever we are. Kind of strange. Gravel on top, bunch of dirt in here, but also stone. And it does come out over here. Yep, don't think I knew this was here, but at least it won't bother us in the future. Hopefully that was enough. And out of curiosity, where are we? Okay, just the other side. Apparently this just opens up a ton, and it's almost like hollow, that hill that we were on. Geez, we came out pretty far, so there's the base. The hole was over there. And there's another one right here. Oh, same one. Okay. And this one we knew about because it's already lit up, so that part should be good. And now I have an enormous tunnel that we need to fill in. Where was I? Up here. I was digging for a while before I found anything. Now I hear zombies again, probably because of my own tunnel that I just dug. Unless I completely missed. I'm hearing the same zombies. Okay, we found another one. You were the ones I heard. Can you back off, please? No autographs, no autographs. Those were the ones I was hearing. Right in here. Oh, okay. Glad we gotten taken care of, but that was a pain. So anyway, I kind of just keep cutting into this, and I don't really want to do that too much, so I might start planting things and just see how far that gets us, because like I said, I don't want to go nuts and just remove this entire hill. And I think there is enough to get us started. Enough room, that is. Let's just get rid of a bit more of these, and then I think we'll be good to get started. This hopefully isn't destroying anything at my base. I kind of got a little out of hand with that, it looks like. I think it's just trees over there. I don't think there's anything to worry about. Hopefully. Okay, I think that should do it. So let's plant at least like up to here. So from this point all the way down, hitting the retaining wall. I'm going to leave a tree or two because I think that'll be nice. And then we'll also do that whole area down there. Let's do another shulker reset. Okay, I think that's looking better. We might want to bring a few extra buckets with us. So we're going to need to put a lot of water in those fields to saturate it. And we will cover those spots with trapdoors. Next, we just need to find any seeds that we have, which I think are all outside, because we want to, excuse me, big guy, replant the carrots, potatoes, which yes, I used a lot of last video, so we're going to have to kind of start fresh with those. The wheat seeds and also beetroot. So let's see how far all of that gets us. For now, I'm going to keep all this stuff in here because I think we'll start by going around and filling a bunch of holes with water, covering them with trapdoors, and then it's finally Cleopatra's time to shine. Okay, first up, we got to saturate all the fields. And actually, we may as well just fill all of these up. There we go. And then one thought I had, we could probably do something like this, where we put water there, then fill this in. That way, if we do these, it's going to be saturated, I think, but the water is kind of covered by the hill above it. And I kind of think that the easiest way to figure out where we're going to need water is just to do this, where we know a 4x4 will be saturated, so we can do that, and then basically just count 4 more out and pick where we need the next one, which I think is going to be kind of tedious, so maybe we'll just do a time lapse for this one. Enjoy, citizens. Enjoy the fruit of my labor. But before that, it looks like I waited a little bit too long to sleep. Now we've got some pests to clear out. No matter. I think we got them all. Okay, now we can start the time lapse. Last time I mentioned grapes and barley being grown in Roman farms, but there was a second reason these two were important. You may have guessed, but these were both used in the production of wine, a very popular drink among the Romans. Wine was used both in elements of Roman religion, as well as a way to cope with bad investments and general feelings of disappointment. Ooh, man, that's actually difficult work. Who would have thought that farming was difficult? That's a joke, I know it is. But yeah, that was, just this area down here. which was a lot. I mean, look, that's a lot. We got a lot done, but I think that took 2 Minecraft days, and I haven't even started up here yet. So maybe we fill in what we have and see how that looks. I don't know if I want to go further up or anything. And where did you come from? Okay, never mind. But yeah, let's just plant what we have down here. I don't know. It'll give us an idea of how much more we want to do and all that kind of thing. So nearly night. Let's organize all the stuff we have. Please don't break. It broke. Help me, Cleopatra. It's going to break every time, isn't it? Oh, that time we're good. Is there a way to stop that? Like if I just gently... No, doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, I think we just start planting stuff tomorrow, see how that looks. I kind of want to add some leaf borders around some places too, but it's looking good so far. I like it. We can use the time until then to get organized. And I do think carrots and potatoes will be what we choose for this level. I mean, it'll probably be just as easy to do either level since I have the elytra, but I definitely will be trading potatoes. We need to fill those up pretty quickly. So I guess let's do that the closest, and then we'll do carrots a little bit higher up. And I don't think this is going to get us far because we only have 2 stacks of potatoes, but if we need to, we could always fast track it with some bone meal. Because if you missed the last video where we made the Roman Forum, I also finally made a wither skeleton farm. And as it turns out, not only can you get wither skeleton skulls out of that farm, but it also acts as a bone and coal farm, so we have quite a few bones if we do need bone meal. Also, if you didn't see that video, why not? Go check it out. Okay, so the potatoes are going to get us right about there, and I don't even think that's half of the space, because there's all this over here. I think I want all of this side to be potatoes too, and I know I missed a few. I can either fix those, or I'm thinking maybe that's where we put some kind of lighting, like we could put some lamps out here or something. Still deciding on that, but let's leave all the lower areas for potatoes and start at the top back for carrots. I actually need beetroots the least because that was the one automatic farm that we made was a beetroot farm. So that at least I should be good on, but I just kind of want them in here for completeness sake. I don't know if I want more carrots than that. I've already got a decent amount. Basically all of that is going to be potatoes, which leaves these 2 middle ones. I guess we'll do carrots on this one as well. Then we can do beetroots on this one. And the entire upper area can be wheat. How does that sound? I'm kind of just spitballing. I don't really have a reason for all of that. So hopefully it works. If not, I mean, it's easy enough to change this. We could always change whatever we need. Let's plant some golden carrots. No, that's not going to work. And that's all of the carrots. So we actually will need a few more if we want to fill out that middle layer. But in the meantime, let's go grab some bones. I would like to expand the potatoes sooner rather than later. And as I said, we have quite a few to work with, so I'm not too worried about running out. Also, I guess we could take a look. How does that look with things actually planted in? Ooh, looking better, adding some color. Oh, remind me next time we go to the base too, I need some leaves. Let's see what this does for a start. All the way through, dropping on that powdered Red Bull so we can single-handedly end the potato famine that we're experiencing currently. I do kind of like the way this looks. I'm so used to those 4x4 farms. I think that's the only thing I've ever used just for efficiency's sake. But just because we have so much space and I'm not like really hurting for anything right now, except for potatoes, which we can fix, I wanted to give this a try, and I'm glad I did. I think this looks nice. And I think that's the last of it. That's all of them grown up. They're all grown up. Now we can see the true power of Cleopatra with Fortune 3 on it. So many people told me this would be worth it. Is it going to overflow my inventory? I'm hoping it will. I don't see why it wouldn't. Oh yes, plus this is more satisfying than a 4x4 farm. Look at all of them. Ooh, gimme, 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 gimme. Okay, that small area there, not terrible. A 2E. And as for the larger area, there we go. So we are able to turn 2 stacks of potatoes into almost 10 stacks. Achoo! That is not bad at all. Nearly 10. Wait, no, there's another one down here. Almost 11 stacks. So 2 stacks into 11. I'm going to call that a win. We might be able to fill up the entire area that we need to now. Yes, you were all right. It helps to put fortune on your hoe. You get a lot more. I get it. Okay, is that it? Is that all the potato space? Potato space. Why does that sound like a movie or a game or something? Anyway, I think we can move on to beetroot, which will be just this middle section, yeah. And then I think after this, we just need to run back. We need to grab some leaves and a few things we can use to light the area up. There we we go. That's it for the beetroot. Okay, so let's drop some stuff off. Let's grab some leaves. Let's grab some lighting stuff. And then we have to go do it again up there. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Actually, Scooby-Doo took a beating. Do you guys want these potatoes? Not you. You're 9. Give me a break. You're up to 4. I cured you down to 1, and this guy's just ripping me off now. Yeah, that barely did anything for Scooby-Doo, but we could always hit up the experience farm. Why don't we... Let's leave some bones and bone meal over here. Aha, smart. Okay, so lots of spruce leaves, oak leaves, and they do look pretty different. I don't know if that's going to show or not when I place them, but the spruce leaves look a bit darker. The oak looks a bit lighter. I like that. In fact, we might need to grow a few more. Probably not going to be enough. Then if we grab some fences, we do have some lanterns in our shulker, but we might also want to use, surprise, surprise, frog lights. And we got to go with the green since we're talking about a farm, a garden, a green area. And I think I still have the trap. Well, I was going to say trapdoors. I can't really use those around a frog light. It would close off all the light. So instead of that, could go back to the mangrove. That's a safe bet. Probably going to need more. We've got more. Look at that. Okay, let's see what that does for us. Oh, wait, no, we got to get some trees first. I didn't know we had any oak trees planted. I also didn't know they had... Look at that. They got flowers in them. Didn't know they did that. Must be the shader pack. So we'll make all of these trees naked, except for the one little tuft on top. That way, when we choppy boy them, they still fall down, and we can plant them again. May as well plant a few more just in case we do end up needing some more leaves. That should... well, I don't know. I don't know how much we're going to use. Let's find out. Kind of want to make a bit of a border around these. And I think it's changing the way this looks because we're technically in a savanna. Like you can tell the same thing is happening with the grass. Turns from the green to more of a yellowish green. Didn't really think about that, but... a little bit too late now. Well, let's go with it. Dagnabbit. Keep doing that. There we go. You like that? I'm even using terms that farmers would say. Dagnabbit. At least that's what I imagine they would say. I have no idea. We could even use it as a little bridge over here. Go. And of course, once again, we're probably not going to be able to see that very well. So let's sleep through the night and see if that did anything for us. Let's get a better vantage point. There we go. Kind of hard to tell I did anything, honestly. Just kind of went all the way around the edges with the leaves and just bordered it off. Ow. But it's something. It adds a little something to it. You can actually tell a lot better from the ground than flying over, but definitely looks a lot better than when we started. And we'll just finish filling it in as things grow because unfortunately it's time to head up there and keep working. Or wait, hold on. Aha, you were hoping I would forget. We're supposed to put some lights in. Am I going to be able to do this? Get right to that one. No, I'm not. And I messed it up. I'm also not going to be able to do this. Probably should have done the lights before completing everything else, but it's fine. It's fine. So kind of like we did before, we can put a frog light on top and then just do the surround with trapdoors kind of thing. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's nice and simple. It's just going to add a little bit of light to the area. I think we just find a few of the spots where the water didn't reach and we place those down. In fact, are we able to place these on trapdoors? Oh, we can. That'll help us spread it out a little bit more. Gonna have to temporarily move you though. There we go. And actually, seeing that we can place things on the trapdoors, why don't we just drop a couple of these around as well? Because if we are out at night, this should help things grow, even if it's nighttime. Look at the big brain on Legion. Okay, so it should be fairly lit up. I dropped a bunch of these throughout. I got 4 of those in there now. I think that's lit up enough, except just thinking, since we've got the frog lights, we may as well put a couple down here, because why not? And then that should keep the crops healthy, and it should also help stop mobs from spawning in that area, which means I guess we're ready for going up top. I mean, I'm not ready for that, but somebody's got to do it. Oh boy. Okay, I think I got what I need. Let's head up there and see how much work it looks like we're going to have to do, because it looks like a lot from here. Actually, thinking about it, this might be a problem, because if I need to place water... I mean, yeah, I guess we're just going to have to jump down in, build our way back up. Then we can place water. Oh boy, I got myself into this situation. I can certainly get myself out. The more I look at the hill and the more I see this space, I think we might start with this because I can't decide. I mean, this is going to be wheat and I definitely don't need wheat all over this. So I'm wondering if we do wheat down here and then maybe at some point as we collect different kinds of flowers, maybe each row is a different kind of flowers going up the hill. It's not because I don't want to place water all the way up there and I'm just getting too lazy to do it. No, not at all. That's definitely not it. So let's just see after we finish that part. We'll see what we feel like doing. Okay, I want to see how much we can fill in here. And I think we might be able to fill up this area. Ooh, so close. So nearly filled that up. For now, let's just drop a couple of these. And then let's just head to the top of the Nether Tower and we can take a look at all the work we've done so far, which feels pretty substantial to me. Why is everything all foggy? Oh, I think it's because I changed the render distance. Maybe we can hang out with the iron golems up here for a minute. Oh, I fell. Whoa. Okay, plan C. Let's just have a look. I'm going to fly around. Why don't we do a replay mod here and I can give you a better look because it's easier for me to see because I'm just going to be cutting in certain clips here. You get it. I'll put in replay mod so you could see the full bit. But essentially, we've really cleaned up this back area where this portion of the area around the base just really didn't blend in very well. And yes, I see there's a zombie there. I don't know where they keep coming from. I'll have to go take a look. Anyway, blended it in much nicer. There's a pool here now. I think that looks really nice. We've got all of the different crops that we might need growing here, and there's plenty of them, so I don't think we're ever going to run short again. There is space to expand still up behind the retaining wall. We got started with the wheat up there, but I think that looks nice, and it's as much as we're going to need for now. So yeah, I think we're going to call this one pretty much done for now. Maybe we come back to it later this video. Maybe we come back to it another video. I'm pretty happy with what we've got though. And I think at this point, it's about time we start thinking about what the next project we want to take on is. And in the meantime, I think I might be finding where all these zombies are coming from, because now there's another one right here. You okay, buddy? Your eyebrows are looking a little wild. You're looking just absolutely insane. Oh boy, okay, glad that's over. But I'm guessing I thought we lit this area up, maybe not. Yeah, this seems to be the problem area. So we'll clear out the rats, add a couple more torches down here. Yeah, just missed this one little part. They are tenacious, they will find any little spot and they will spawn. But hopefully we're in the clear now. I'm sure they will let us know if they can still spawn. Ooh, actually, I just went to sleep and woke up and all of my animals here looking at me reminded me of something. And while I'm very happy with all of you, Garfield, Machiavelli, all the birds, we got Green over there, it's been something missing for hundreds and hundreds of days. And once again, seeing as we have so many bones, thought it might make sense to go look for a wolf somewhere, see if we could bring home a dog. And strangely enough, I don't know that I've ever run into wolves or dogs in this world. Maybe I just haven't been in the right biome or something. So maybe we just go off on an adventure and see if we can find any. I think I mean, I've got some bones, I've got my bed, maybe a little bit more food. Then we could just fly around and see if we can find anything. And nothing in here. Let's do some trades. You don't have to look so eager, you creeps. All right, what'll that get me? Nearly a stack. You want to give me a few more? Thank you. That should be plenty. All right, let's go for a wander, a little adventure, and see if we can find ourselves a dog, maybe two. And I think they can be in forests. I don't know if it has to be like birch or I think they're usually around like spruce trees. I don't think they're in the plains, however. Well, there's at least horses here. I guess we could have a look around. Are there any puppy dogs that want to come to Rome? No, not sheep. No, not pigs. Also, if I find any, will they like teleport with me if I fly home? Am I gonna have to walk home? That would kind of be a pain. Hello. What do we have here? A village, you say? Have you been paying your taxes this year? They must be, because they just have junk. Where are all the villagers? They heard I was coming. Do I have any sweet berries yet? That might be a new one for me. Strange thing to find this late in the game. Hello, sir. Okay, stood a little bit close there. We're just gonna, keep a couple steps between us, maybe. Just checking your houses to make sure you've paid your taxes. And honestly, I don't think I want anything that I see here aside from the sweet berries, so I'll take those as tribute. You look startled, I know. It's very cheap taxes, isn't it? But I am a benevolent overlord. Also, not seeing any dogs around here, so we might move on. I'll take your bell, because why not? This does look like the kind of place where wolves would be. Why are there only, weaponsmiths around here. That's kind of odd. I mean, if you insist, I'll bring some of this with me too. Is there anything second level? Nothing I'm interested in. Okay, good to know. I keep getting turned around. Which parts have we seen already? Hey, there's a new guy. Nope. No, thank you. Okay, I think that's it. We got some stuff. Nothing we really need, but it's stuff nonetheless. Well, let's keep looking for wolves. And yeah, this is where I thought they lived, around spruce trees and stuff. I could be wrong about that. Come to think of it, I probably should have brought some leads with me. I mean, once they're tame, they should follow you, but I think leads would have been helpful. There were just no animals at all in sight. The big chasm, though, that's kind of cool. And a ruined nether portal. Whoa, okay, didn't make the jump. You didn't see that, citizen? We made the jump. We definitely did. Take some of these. And there should be a chest. Yes, there is. Mending golden shovel. Huzzah. Still nothing, though. Not seeing any in sight. We're apparently in an old growth spruce taiga, which is maybe the wrong biome. I don't know. There's a fox. So if we ever need to go get some foxes, we know where they are. And I could try to get them with the berries, but again, I don't have any leads. I don't really want to deal with that. Interesting looking area around here, at least. And it appears to go into some kind of snowy biome, which right now I think we're only aware of the one. So if we ever need ice, this might be the place to go. I also think you can probably find dogs over here, so let's take a look around this area. Hopefully we don't freeze our toes off doing this. Long march through the snowy mountains. Hey! Look what I've got. And I see two of you. You want some bones? Oh, yes you do. Good boy. All right, come on, follow me. We're gonna go get your sister over here. You want some bones too? You do. Look at that. Got a little brother and sister wolf. Now our tame puppy dogs. Okay, so now we know. Pretty easy actually to find them once you're in a snowy, what is this? It says grove. That doesn't sound right. Is grove a snow area? Apparently it is. It says we're in a grove. That's right, we're in a grove. All right, so I mean, we did figure that out. We are, however, about 1,500 blocks from home. So I guess we just start moving our way back. Come to think of it, I think we did get a dog in like 200 or 300 days. And then I tried flying away and it like despawned or we lost it somehow. So I don't think that's gonna work. Nope, no powdered snow. Ooh, more gravel if we need it. Okay, so we made it out of there. We've got our two dogs, and that way is home. Ooh, polar bears. Hello, polar bears. I hate to tell you about this, but I have the best bear back at base. His name is Lunchbox, and he's a panda. Hope that doesn't upset you two. Maybe one day we get a polar bear, but not today. Today we get dogs. And fortunately, even if I run, they just keep kind of teleporting right behind me, so I think that'll be fine. You know what? We're going to test this. If I fly over here and then land, they are not teleporting to me. I think if like the chunk they're in goes out of render distance, then yeah, they just kind of stay there. Okay, let's just walk. We can run, that's fine. Kind of wish there was ice all the way home. We could just make a boat and speed along the whole way. Are you a baby wolf? Hey, come here. You want some bones? Hey, now we got a baby one. Look at that. Oh, you're so cute. We got a whole family. They are in this biome as well. And there's another one. Let's collect that we see on the way home. We're gonna have a whole big old family by the time we get there. Nice. And look at that. They're not taking out the chicken. I thought they did. Or maybe that's just foxes. I think you like to take out sheep. We learned that in my one block world, didn't we? How about cows? Oh yeah. You like cows? No? Okay. Hopefully they can climb mountains as well. And I think they can because I just saw one teleport. Yep, there we go. Of course, we have to do some flower collecting while we're here. And man, oh man, would I like to use my elytra here and just fly over all this, but I'm afraid they wouldn't follow me. So we gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Oh, hello, bee. Goodbye, bee. Okay, so you don't actually attack sheep when you're tamed. It's only when you're wild wolves. I see how it is. Don't like that the sun is going down, so I was kind of hoping to get home before nighttime. I think we are getting close, though. I thought we lost some. Wait, we need one more? Where is it? Where's the fourth one? Oh no. Okay, there we go. Now we have 4. All right, let's go to bed. We can finish getting home in the morning. Oh, hello. I guess we found that woodland mansion we kept talking about. I knew it was somewhere around here, but yeah, I was just walking back from the river and ran right into it. So I guess let's take down the coordinates in case we want to come back here. All right, got the coordinates, so we have it. We know where it is. We can come back and do a little exploring through there if we want to. I don't really want to, but I do like knowing where it is, which is actually kind of strange. I don't think it's that far away from the base or from spawn, which seems strange to me. You'd think they'd be further out. Oh, I see you. Don't touch my puppy dogs. Yeah, they're gonna get you. Pick them out, pups. Yeah, my Roman attack dogs. Oh, I think we're about to pass our snow castle, which means we shouldn't be far away now. And hopefully you can all follow me if I go across this gap. I'm thinking you probably can. Yep, look at him teleport. Pew! Nice. I also see some of Lunchbox's family over here, and an ocelot. Sir Ocelot. Hey, pandas. Yep, I'll tell Lunchbox you said hi. And we're gonna cross again. Hope they teleport. Yep, looking good. And then I see something that we made, which means we are oh so close. Did I lose a couple again? Oh, there's only 2 of you. We're so close. Come on. Okay, I see all 4. Do we just need to swim home now? Okay, we got them all. One more thing to cross, and then we should be good. Are we good? Did we make it? Yes, we did it. And the puppy grew up. We got 4 dogs now. Welcome to Rome. This is your new home. And for now, I think we're going to put you right out front in protect mode. So maybe you guys just sit right around here. There we go. So we got all 4 of you out front. Now, I do think we need to name one of you. And also, it's cool that 3 of them are sitting, but you're actually lying down. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I do have a name for one of you. So let's grab a name tag. And yes, I do have extras. And this was a name idea that I got from 2 young legionaries named Joshua and Abby. All right, we've got that. So I think, why don't we start on the left here? We can give you a name. IW Drulius Caesar. Welcome to Rome, Drulius. So love that name. We've got a name for one of the dogs. We've got 3 more. So leave me some comments. Let me know what we should name our other 3 dogs that are going to be hanging out front here. And I'm sure we've got other things too. There's a ton of things around here we need to name. I might have missed them. I'm sure I've got comments, like a backlog I need to look into. So let me know for these 3 dogs and anything else. We can hopefully do some more naming in the next video. And we put some of this extra stuff away and then think about what we want to do next. All right, let's see if we can make one of these eggs hatch in the incinerator. I guess not. That would have been fun. It's fine. These are chickens we're talking about. Actually, I have a plan on what I think we should build next. I just need a spot for it. And I'm looking over here because I'm wondering if we can put something inside the retaining wall. And we might be able to. Might be able to make an entrance right here that leads up. And we've got all that space in there. We might as well use it. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's do that. Off to get materials. As always, we are going to need a bunch of hoppers if we're going to make a farm. And fortunately, this is a very simple farm, so this shouldn't take long at all. And looking through what we have here as I'm preparing for this farm, I'm noticing that we're kind of getting, like, dangerously low on redstone. I only have 33 left after this. So yeah, maybe after this farm, the next thing we take on is going to be that project I had planned in the mine. Because then hopefully we'll just naturally find a bunch of redstone. Did I bring any mud back when we were in the mangrove swamp? Because I'm supposed to use mud for this farm. I don't think I did, but I also do think that we can make some mud. We grab bottles. There we go. And then I think if you just put some dirt down and then take a water bottle and yeah, so that'll make mud. I only need 10. If I needed a ton, we'd probably head over to the swamp, but seeing as this is all we need, I think we just go through, do this, and collect it that way. There we go, easy enough. And I think that's almost it. Last thing is some sugarcane. And I don't know what I did with the sugarcane that I cut down from when we got rid of our last farm. I know you're in here somewhere. Oh yeah, that's right. I put it in here. Makes sense. Okay, we should be good. Then I'll also need some building blocks because we're going to need to make some modifications over in that area where we're planning on building this. But I think that's all we need. And I'm glad we're going to be building this inside because it is a wonderful rainy day. You might want to get inside, cat. Okay, so let's just kind of remove a bit of this and we can dig our way into that and just clear out this area for the farm. I don't know how much space we'll need, but it's not a lot. This is a pretty small farm. I mean, I'm sure you've guessed by now, we're doing a sugarcane farm. And rather than doing it like we did before, where it has to be filled up, and then we stop by every once in a while and we break it down, replant it, all that kind of thing, this one will do all of that for us. So we'll just make this more of a nice way to get in, clear out some of this junk on the sides. Here we go, nice official entryway, looking a little bit better. And then we'll just get it all enclosed, so this is kind of its own room. Well, that's the entryway anyway. Why don't we build the farm, and then I'll know how much space I need and we can just close it in. That seems like the better decision. Okay, so I think we need about 10 spaces back, so we can start by clearing that out. And actually, this should be deep enough back that way too. I really don't think we'll need much more space. So let's get this cleared out. There we go. That should be enough room. And now if I want to walk in and be able to collect, I might need to push this wall back a little bit more, but that's okay. So I think we want to put the mud right here, which means I'm going to need a bit more space back here. There we go, and then we should be able to enclose this. And now we can fill this up with water. And I don't know why I brought so much sugarcane. I only need 10. But there is a reason that we're using mud, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But for now, we can cover up the water and get our pistons facing the sugarcane, which I think, yeah, I want to do it that way. And now behind it, we should be able to get a row of blocks here with observers facing that way, I believe. And then really all we should have to do is fill in this back area with redstone. And that's kind of it. That's almost it. Essentially, the observers are just going to be checking for when this grows so they can set off all these pistons, push it down, and then it'll fall onto the mud. But we don't want to stop there. Let's do a collection area now. And I think we'll probably start off with just one double chest. Probably won't need more than that. I could always add more if I want to. But we are going to need one hopper going into the chest, and then the rest we can just lead into the original hopper. Just like that. There we go. This can all get filled back in. And the reason for the mud is because it's not quite a full block. It's slightly shorter than a full block. So when things fall on top of it, it should still get collected by the hopper down there. We don't have to use a hopper minecart. So that should work, and then we should be able to get everything out of the chest here. Alrighty, so let's just get everything nice and covered now. Then on the front, we can use glass. Let's leave 2 here so we can get at the chest. Just do that. I probably should have tested that this works before I covered it all up, but I'm kind of just hoping I did it right. And then let's head up top. And I'm hoping this won't mess with anything, but I'd like to, up here, put some lights in because we are in a cave. I want to make sure everything down here has as much light as it needs. So we're just going to kind of spam a few frog lights up there. Hope that does the trick. And really, that should be it. So we're going to wait a bit. I just want to make sure it actually works. And as usual, I used a tutorial for this, so that's another one you'll be able to find in the description down below if you would like to make your own sugarcane farm. But for the time being, we're just gonna sit for a bit, let these grow, and then make sure that it works. Oh, actually, we don't really have to sit and wait. I could finish the room. I kind of forgot I was gonna do that. Because while it looks lovely in here, I don't really want to see this every time I come in here to collect sugarcane, so we may as well just finish what we started. Should be as easy as just putting some of the stone brick and mangrove planks over here so we don't have to see anything else. And there we go, nice and easy. This should do the trick. And obviously, this is expandable. If we want to build more farms into this area, that's going to be real easy, because we can just open that up and use more of the space that's behind this wall. I am a bit worried that nothing is growing, but I think that's normal. This stuff kinda takes forever to grow. Just to be sure though, we'll just put a ton of light in this room. Make sure that's not the problem. Okay, then may as well just throw some doors down here. Call that, oh wait a minute. Let's see. Will I still be able to fit through if we do that? Yes, I will. Kinda, yeah. Okay, pretty inconspicuous. Kinda. Either way, I'm good with it. Let's call that complete as long as this thing works. So now we will sit and we will wait. Oh, I'm just looking it up on my phone right now. It says it grows 1 block every 18 minutes, but it's unaffected by the absence of light. Did you know that? Did you know sugarcane didn't need light? I didn't know that. Makes all this seem kind of silly, but I'm not taking it down. Oh, it grew. I didn't even... I was talking and I didn't notice it. Okay, so one more. I think it needs to get up to the observer, and then we can make sure that it works. All right, we gotta be getting close now. Almost all of them are at 2 blocks, which means the first ones to grow are nearly there. I know, this is enthralling to watch, isn't it? I'm starting to lose it with all of them staring at me, judging me. Do not like the looks on their faces. And I'm doing the grow dance. Grow, grow, grow. There was a shaman out in one of the provinces that assured me this would work. Well, it kind of did. It worked for that one, but I want one to grow 3 blocks. I'm starting to think that guy was taking me for a fool. I'm actually starting to think I shouldn't have put blocks up there that might be stopping them from growing. Let's test that theory, shall we? And of course, now if one grows, I'm going to think, well, it could be because I moved these up, or it just could be because I wasn't waiting. Time passed, it happened naturally. Either way, we'll just do it to be safe. Okay, now it's got all the room in the world. This time, surely it will work. Okay, sugarcane, you know what? I can't be doing this the entire video. So while we're not sure if these actually grow 3 blocks... Whoa! Okay, that really scared me. Oh, that startled me so much. I was about to just use sugarcane and go in there and place a block, and this farm has it in for me. It knew. I was like, let's wait for him to get close, and then we're gonna push all the pistons and freak him out, which it did. That legitimately freaked me out. However, that confirmed that it works, and we got some sugarcane. Okay. So, I mean, it takes a while. It definitely takes a while, but hopefully it's always running when we're at the base and just this will fill up over time and all that kind of thing. So it works. We're good there. We can move on to the next thing. We're just going to hope that this is always running. And I no longer like all of you. I know you did that on purpose. Freaked me out. I need to go relax for a minute. All right, so I just got organized and we've got to think about what to do next. And part of me thought, why don't we go start mining, basically just clearing out a very large area down in our mine. You know, I'm sure we'll need it for something in the future. But then I thought, where are we going to put everything that we mine down there? That was one of the large problems in here. Not only that it doesn't look great, but this isn't a lot of chests. It looks like a lot, it's really not, especially considering how far along we are. So let's break it down into bits. Let's make this easier on ourselves. Number 1, we need a lot more space in here because there's going to be a lot more chests. And there's also going to be a new design in here, so we need to get rid of all the walls, the floor, the ceiling, everything. I think we'll end up digging it back to where the cobblestone generator is, so here's a lot of space. We can come all the way back to here, make a lot more room for ourselves. Obviously, we can keep going if we need it, but I think that'll be a good start. And I'm pretty excited. This all looks pretty nice, but this, it's just been this way forever, so I'm excited. We can finally upgrade this. Well, let's get started. And before we go much further, I think it's probably a good idea to move this. Don't worry, you'll be back. I still need my incinerator. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? This could be going a lot faster. Hello, beacon. Why don't we change jump to haste 2? That seems like a good idea. And there we go. Now we got it. Oh, much better. It's an insta-break. Nice. I have to say, that is quite the improvement. Look at how much more room there is in here. That is nuts. Now I'm going to put some of this stuff away, even though, yes, we're pretty much just going to be taking it right back out again when we move stuff. But I have a very important question for you, citizen. Is the storage room going to be single level or 2 levels? Because I think we have enough space, but I also really like the idea of a 2-level storage room. And it's nighttime, quick nap. Because if we look out here, let's see, we should be getting into storage right around here, and I don't know how much space we'd have to move up. I mean, there's definitely space, and there could even be an element of it kind of poking through the top of the hill. That might not be a bad idea. What the heck, let's try it, citizen. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So if we want, let's say 3 chests high on each level, we'll keep 1 level above for the 3rd chest so we can open it. And then this is going to be the ceiling of this roof, that means. Then this level here is going to be the ceiling for this room and the floor for the one above it. Okay, which means let's just dig up into this one and see if we would have enough space, because I think we're probably going to emerge. Okay, so this is the floor. That's where the new room begins. I'm already hitting dirt. Yeah. Yep. Ooh, wait a minute. Actually, we would run right into this. Maybe we can link these 2 up. What are you doing here? All right, so tell you what, let's dig out this level and see how much is exposed, and then we can start making some decisions. Okay, whew. Actually, not as much as I thought came out of the top of this. I thought we might have hit some up there, so really not too bad. Now, I think the last thing is we need to remove the floor here, and then we can probably start making some design choices. And at some point, we're going to need to make a ton of chests. So probably a lot of the stuff that's in here is going to get converted into chests, but it's going to be worth it. I don't know if I mentioned, but right now I've got a lot of hodgepodge chests, you know, like valuables. That's just a ton of different things. So I'd like to spread that out a bit more into different chests, so we don't just have the random chests anymore. We've got something that's more specific to each type of item. But we'll get there. First, we got a little bit more work to do. The fortunate thing about this too is that there's no area here where we're like intersecting with water or a ton of gravel or anything that makes it more difficult. This has just been incredibly straightforward. And with haste too, it's going so quickly. And I'm pretty much out of room for stone in the chests, which is another reason why we need to be doing this. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, I think we're ready. So, do we go with a similar design that we did in here, which is, you know, stone brick, deep slate, same thing for the floor with a little bit of wood? Or do we mix it up a little bit since we have access to new kinds of blocks now? In fact, we got a lot of quartz in the last video. Was that the last video? I think so, yeah. And there's a decent amount left over, so maybe we can do something with that. Do I want to be able to get behind my chests? Do I need to be able to get behind my chests? I don't think so. No, I think we can fill this in. So how do we feel about pillars on the sides? It could maybe be a border to the floor as well. No way. That was exactly the right amount of pillars. Unless I want to add more on the side, what I think I probably do want to do that. But first, nice little entryway. And I'm going to need more here anyway. So yeah, let's grab some more pillars. We're also going to change this out to help it match with everything else that we've got going on here. And yes, I know I've been on a mangrove kick recently, but I want to see how this looks. Then we can go quartz slabs. Wait a minute. Why is it not even? That would be why. Forgot you. Easy fix. One more time through with the planks, and then what if we had it kind of take a step down? No particular reason why, I just think that might look nice. Liking that. Now we need to do something about the walls and lighting, which I didn't think about this, but the way that I built it, I wanted to see this. So if I put walls on top of that, I won't be able to, which means we are going to have to take one more layer out, which means we can get behind the chests. That's all fine. Okay, we got that done. So at this point, how do we feel about a little change up? Maybe some dark oak. Because I'm thinking the bottom of this, we could do stripped dark oak. There we go. And then I'm actually going to use some inspiration from what we did at the villager house in the basement with the masons. And that was using stairs. Let's go back to mangrove stairs. So that could be like a little intermittent thing here. Hole in the wall, frog light, that's gonna be our lighting essentially. It almost gives off the effect that we're not underground. It almost looks like a window. And I kind of like that. And then around that, because I kind of want the walls to be darker to contrast the flooring, maybe we do something like that, filled in with mangrove. I'm kind of just spitballing at this point. 3 in between, yeah, like that. Okay, we're getting there, at least with the first floor. I think we're nearly done. And last up, the frog lights. And there we go. The only thing is the ceiling, but that's going to be the floor of the room above this. So we basically just head up there to do that. But we also need access to the room above this. And I do have an idea for that, which means we would open up right here. So actually, maybe to clean that up a bit, we do one of these. There we go. But man, what an improvement. It's a little bit dark down the middle, so I kind of think we're going to want to use some frog lights in the floor above. And this might move. I didn't think that would bother me having it in the corner, but it throws off the symmetry, especially because that is there and there's nothing on that side. We might move that, I'm not sure. First, I want to get upstairs sorted, then we can actually do the difficult task of changing around all the chests and making all this make sense. Oh boy, I know you're looking forward to that. I am too. So we kind of just have to do something similar up here. Similar-ish. So why don't we do a little test area on this side, and looking at the bottom, we can kind of just follow that for the most part. And looking at all this, I might make the room up here a little bit smaller. I don't think it needs to be as big. And I don't want to necessarily, destroy too much out here. In any event, let's just build something up here because I want to test my way of getting up here. And in some cases, we're going to continue what was already here because I want it to blend in on the outside. Okay, I think that'll be fine. And this is temporary. I just need to free up some space in the old inventory. And next, we're going to grab some glowberries along with a little bit of bone meal. And the reason I wanted to try this is actually because I saw it on a wax fraud video. And I just really like the way it looked. I like the idea of using glowberries as a way to kind of get between levels of houses. So this is from Wax Fraud. If you haven't seen Wax Fraud, his builds are just amazing. So that's where this is from, but I'm kind of thinking if I bone meal this, it's not going to grow longer. It's just going to add a glowberry. Is that right? Yeah. So we're going to have to wait on that one. And while we don't have to necessarily, fill in the rest of this to do the next part, I'm going to add a glowberry here just because I want them to start growing. I don't want to have to wait. So we'll start that, and then eventually that should be our way to get up and down from the 2 levels of storage. Oh, nice. Gotta love rain. Close that up. There we go. Actually, come to think of it, can't I just place more glowberries? Yeah, I can just do it that way. Why wait? And there we go. Now we can brighten this up a bit. And anytime we need to go from this floor up to this one, it's as easy as that. Look at that. Nice and easy. All right, let's wrap up the rest of this floor/ceiling, and then we can do the walls and ceiling up there, and then I think we'll be good to start working on the chests. If we're going to be technical here, what I'm currently building could be called a horium, or a type of public warehouse used in ancient Rome. This room is definitely more impressive than it was, but not quite as impressive as some of the largest in Rome. The Horia Galbae had around 140 rooms on the ground floor and covered right around 225,000 square feet. This area was used to store plenty of the foodstuffs that we mentioned earlier when we were farming. In fact, there is an account that when the Emperor Septimius Severus died in 221 CE, he's said to have left the city's Horiae stacked with enough food to last Rome's population of 1 million for 7 years, if you can believe that. Alright, so we're finally getting there, and what I ended up doing was just adding a lot more detail. You can see we finished up the ceiling here. There's a lot of frog lights going down the center, but I do want this area lit up. I mean, it kind of just looks like what it is, a basement or something, or somewhere underground that's got a ton of lights to make sure you can see what you're doing. And if we go upstairs, if you look up here, I'll grant you, with the reflections on the ceiling from the quartz, the floor, the sides, maybe there's too many frog lights. I would say that's impossible to have too many frog lights, but this, perhaps, we might have gone overboard. So I'm wondering what this would look like if we just took some carpet and went around the center, almost like a bit more quartz. I don't want to take these out because I like having that for the downstairs, but if we just cover them up here, there we go. So it's almost just like another design on the floor. That I think looks better. Not to mention, we're still going to get a bunch of chests in here, so that's going to change things a little bit as well. I left things over here a little bit more open. I could clean this up. I kind of don't want to. I like the fact that it builds into the other part of our base. You could see out into the other area, or if you're out there, you could look in. I left a piece of glass here so you could do the same thing. You could even see the axolotls from out there. But I am happy with how this turned out. This is so much more room than we had before. I mean, look at all this. And unfortunately, that means we have the task ahead of us essentially reorganizing everything. I think what I'll do first is just lay down the chests in a configuration that I like, and we'll do that upstairs and downstairs. But as an example, I kind of think I want these 4 chests at the beginning to move. I'd like there to be an open space here, and then chests begin maybe, well, it'd be here or here. That actually seems a little bit more natural, so maybe the first 3 chests. But you get what I mean. There's a lot of things that have to be moved, and I wouldn't be as bothered by it. It's just we're going to have to go into every one of these and pull it all out, change it into another chest, yada, yada, yada. So bearing that in mind, let's at least just get a clear inventory if we can. There's some stuff I can't even fit. And then once we've finished with that, we can begin the project. And that, of course, begins by making as many chests as we can. And I think jungle logs is what we have the most of. So why don't we use those? And what's your guess? I don't have a guess, but nearly 3 stacks of logs. How many chests is that going to turn into? It's actually not as many planks as you would think. I thought it would fill my inventory. Oh yeah, this really isn't going to be a lot. Not even a stack and a half. Okay, let's see what kind of damage we can do with that. And why am I hearing a zombie? Did I just hear a zombie? That was probably one of you little deviants. You like to trick me and make me think there's mobs in here. Yeah, just did it again. I'm on to you. Okay, so let's just start doing this. And you all need to come with me again. Yeah, let's say we remove the first 3 chests here, which means we're going to start right here on the 3rd row. And that's already it. Arnar. That was how many we got. We need 3 rows, or basically 3 tall. And I want to go all the way down to right about here. And that's just this level. We have to do the level up there. We need to fell a lot of trees. And how are my good doggos doing out here? You having fun? At some point, we're going to need to make, I don't know, a ton of dogs and maybe bring them out. I wonder if we can get them up to where am I? Please tell me this is just the render distance getting me again. There you are. Jeez. Okay. Turn render distance down to help with the lag, and I thought this disappeared. Anyway, maybe one day we bring all of our doggos up here and we see how they do in the arena with us. Anyway, we gotta bring, like, all of this stuff down. Or at least let's clear out the mangrove and then we can probably just go nuts on spruce for a little while. I was afraid of that. Let's try to disconnect everything, hoping if we just get rid of a bunch of the roots, that'll help bring it down to size, and then we can falling tree mod all of it. Desperately hoping, actually, that works. I don't want to have to cut down trees like a normal person. I'm an emperor. Ooh, there we go. The tree heard me. Not working over here, though. We did it. We did it. Yes. Remind me not to grow mangroves so close to each other, because that is not fun. Was getting a bit low on the mangrove wood, though, so this is not unwelcome. Okay, let's go compost all these roots. And actually, we can go to bed. Excuse me, big guy. Gonna drop these off here. And yeah, by the way, I asked in the last video, what can I do with these roots? I realized later we could probably compost them, but everybody pretty much corroborated that, so that's the idea. We're just going to pretty much compost everything that we find on those trees that we do not want. Thank you, as always, for the comments. Gonna have to be taking all this stuff out soon anyway, but no matter. Let's grab one of you and all of you and get to work. You'll notice too, my tools have been taking a beating. Cleopatra Silk clearing all that space for the storage area. Scooby-Doo's looking a little bit worse for the wear. I'm sure after this, Choppy Boy's not going to be doing too great, so we're probably going to have to take a trip to the XP farm before too long. There we go. So much easier than mangrove. And let's just kind of cycle through a few of them real quick, like this, nice and easy. And we're already pretty much full. I mean, I've got so much in my inventory right now. Well, we can get rid of you. Don't really need those. Let's get a little bit more. Ah, it grew over me. Help, help. Get me out of this tree. Whew, that scared me. Okay, that's gonna have to do for now. Something tells me we'll have a bit waiting for us when we get back. Okay, now let's see how many chests we can make. And we're gonna have to make a bit of room here first. Let's put all of these back down temporarily. There we go. Hopefully this does a whole lot more damage this time. And we're already looking better. A little over 4 stacks. Okay, let's see what that does for us. Come to think of it, I'm also gonna need a ton of item frames. So, shh, don't tell the cows. We're gonna need a lot more leather. At some point too, I'd love to have like item sorting in here. And I know we'd have to dig out a ton behind all of this. It's currently too intimidating a prospect for me, but if you do know of any good item sorting tutorials or a way for me to learn how to do that successfully, let me know in the comments, because in the future, that is something I'd like to take on. All right, that's one side done. On to the next. Oh yeah, that. I think we'll have to stop right there in this row. Okay, how do we feel about that? Do you think that'll be enough space? No, of course it won't, citizen. We still need to do upstairs. Must have more space. How do we want to do this? Down here, they start 1 block in front of this, which would be right here, which is right up against the wall. That works for me. Ceiling's a bit lower. Kind of forgot I did that, but that's fine. We can just do 2 instead of 3. And out of chests, we need enough to fill that side, and the rest of that, I think we'll be all right. Yeah, let's just do 3. Leave 1 in there. I think we'll be good. Maybe. That's a stack and a half. We'll see. We'll see. Yep, we'll definitely need a little bit more, but we're close. Here we go. Just that amount, then we're good. Probably like 40 more-ish, which means we're going for you, Mangrove. There's enough of you in here. Actually, give me all that. That's 51, so let's see if my guess of 40 was right. Oh, less than that, actually. It's only about 25, 26. But I think that's all we need. Got all this space in the upstairs, and all this space in the downstairs. And only 4 item frames. I think item frames, isn't that just sticks and leather? 6 and the 3 leather that we have. That's right, we used all of it to make leather armor for the Legion. Oh, those poor cows. That's a circle of life, though. How much wheat do we have in here? By the way, enough. Might need more before too long, however. I'm gonna need a lot more of you. Please hurry. Do I even want to go count? I'm a little bit worried to find out how much leather I actually need. Hey, look at that. Threw an egg. One egg had a chicken in it. Glad I threw it up there and not over here. We'd have to get rid of it with expediency. First, let me make sure I'm right. I think it should be... yeah, just leather, sticks. That's easy. We've got 7. How many am I going to need? Okay, so on this side, I need 69 more. Nice. Which means on this side, there's a little bit less. 60 more. So 129 down here, and let's just say, you know, probably like 100 upstairs or something. So 200-ish or over. No, wait. Yeah, 200-ish, a little over 200. Let's aim for 200 and see how many we need after that. But, ooh, boy, that's a lot of cows. Does it help if you have looting on your sword? Does that give you more leather? I hope it does. But actually, since we're going to have to breed them that much, good opportunity to go see how those wheat farms are doing that we installed up behind the retaining wall. So I get the feeling we're probably going to need a bit more, and that's all grown, so we can take a run through here. Although, not that this is going to overly help, it just means we get more seeds by using fortune, that is, but whatever. I think we're out of room for seeds. Out of room for everything. Okay, there we go. Let's replant it all. And hopefully this is the only time we have to do that, but we'll see. There we go, all planted. Should be ready if we need more later. And also, out of curiosity... well, this isn't what I was going to say, but that's all looking good as well. Looks like everything's growing up nicely. In fact, I think it's all fully grown. Beautiful. But what I was going to say, has this thing been working? Have we been in render distance, simulation distance? 53. It was at like 11 last time we checked. So it works very slowly. If we wanted, you know, a lot of sugarcane for any reason, at some point we'd probably have to expand this a lot. But it's working. That's what we wanted. And you know what? I don't know if I want to do this. I mean, we need a lot of cows. This is a small pen. It's not full yet, so first we could just make this full. I was thinking we could let some out and just let them fill up this area since we're going to kind of cull the herd anyway. So, I mean, it wouldn't really matter if we filled it up in here, but I guess just let's see how we do with this first and how full it gets. Let's feed the little ones as well so they grow up more quickly. What? You see that out there? The cows bred so hard that they pushed the new cow through the wall. Well, I mean, that's impressive. Here, have some wheat. Although it's not for a, you know, benevolent reason that I'm giving you the wheat. Because as soon as you grow up, I'm going to check if looting helps me get more leather. But I guess enjoy the night, enjoy the beautiful night sky. I'm going to go to bed. We'll maybe check that tomorrow. Or we'll heal up our tools. I keep forgetting about that. Something. We'll do something tomorrow. Hey, so it's been a while since I've done that. I forgot to hit record when I started playing. Luckily, you didn't miss much. Tried to breed the cows a bit. The one that was outside grew up, and I confirmed that using looting on my sword does in fact help. It gave me 5 steak and 5 leather, which seems like more than usual to me, and then we just used those item frames to put a few in here. I also gave a big speech about how I could start moving some of this stuff now, but I just really want the item frames first because I'd like to place an icon on all of them, know where all the items are actually going to go. Then I can start moving them. It just, I don't know, seems like a hassle to go through all these chests now and then try to place things in and then figure out what's what, then put the icon on. Just don't like the way that goes. So what I mentioned was that we were going to hang out over by the cows for a bit, do some like mini AFKing. Then once we get the leather, we can make those item frames and so on and so forth. You'll also notice that I did stop by the XP farm. I healed up all of the tools, but that's about it. So yeah, sorry about that. Like I said, been a while since I forgot to hit the record button, but you only missed about 1 Minecraft day, so not too bad. Feels so silly when I do that because then it's basically just me here at my computer talking to myself. And that was like 10 minutes of me just talking to myself alone, like a weirdo. But I'm glad you're back, citizen. That makes things better. Anyway, anybody hungry? Oh, a few of you are, huh? Well, let's keep it going. All right, it's been a few minutes. How are we looking? That looks pretty full. I mean, I see a couple bairns down there. A couple of wee bairns. But, well, tell you what. Let's spend the rest of the wheat. Let's go through, make as many more as we can. Did we get everybody? No, there's a couple more. just a sea of cows, aka moo-moos. I think that might have done the trick. Just feeding the babies now. Okay, now big question. Do we try to do this while they're in the pen? Do we let some out? Because especially with Sweeping Edge, if I take a swipe right here, it's hitting like everything. And I don't want to hit the babies. I want to give them the chance to grow up. That's because I'm benevolent, not because they won't give me leather if I hit them now. Yeah, what's the harm? Let's give them a little freedom before the culling. Come on out. Come on out. Actually, the babies are probably going to get out of here entirely. The big uns might have to stay. Let's close one and... Okay, this is fun. Can I get to the other? There we go. That's now closed. Any of the big ones we can get to. Oh, they can get out too. Fun. So we're going to do that for any of the big ones that we find. Any of the babies will leave. Oh, they're getting into other pens. No. Sorry, sheep, but I need to clean this up while I still can. Ooh, I think I just hit that. I don't know why I thought this would be simple. It's never simple. Hiya, and I missed again. Hiya, there we go. Hello? Pretty sure a lot of the babies got out. Oh, hey guys. How's it going? And a lot of them got in with the pigs. Wonderful. So this is my next few minutes, just kind of clearing out the cows that are out of the pen and seeing how much leather we end up with. Oh, some of the babies are actually getting back into this pen. And I kind of hit some of them. Yeah, if I do the jump, it just hits one. So if I'm careful, I can hit some of them on the edge like this. I think once we get to a stack of leather, we'll take that back. And we're close. That first cow gave me 5, which got my hopes up, and each subsequent one is giving me like between 1 and 3. Not as good. Okay, we got almost a stack. I gotta wait for these ones to grow up. So let's go do a bit of work on that, then we can come back. Oh, actually using more sticks than the leather. Wow, that was all of my sticks, but that's an empty chest, and that's good. Hey, how do I get you? There we go. Put down as many as we can, and then we'll see what's left. I mean, this actually isn't going to do a whole lot, I don't think. Yeah, so... I mean, it looks like right about half of the room. Be nice if we could at least finish this level, then we could start working on it. Start clearing some of this out too, because why not? Can make it into sticks. Keep accidentally picking up eggs, and I don't want them. I'm bored waiting for the cows, so I'm figuring out there are some areas that are not entirely spawn-proofed, which I kind of knew about. When we made the new coastline, I did not light any of this up, so that makes perfect sense. But honestly, I don't mind. I like the odd visit from a zombie. Just keeps me sharp, you know, make sure that all of my watchmen aren't falling asleep on the job, all that kind of thing. And I see you over there, creepy. What you doing? You mind if I look at your eyeballs? You don't mind? Guess you're too far away, huh? Interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay. That bothered him. You could come over here, though, if you want to talk about it. Do you want to talk about it, or am I looking at you too close? Don't know that he wants to talk about it. I think it's almost morning anyway. Some of those cows have to be grown up by now. And I guess we'll just leave you over there. You're not planning on teleporting over? Okay. Oh, he was planning on teleporting over. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have hit him with the fire. Now he's just going to keep teleporting around. There we go. Bring your pretty face to my axe. Ah, there we go. There's one thing I don't need, it's ender pearls. But I guess we could use the quick way over there. And zoop. There we go. Well, our cow pigs grew up. Big cows, cow pigs, either way. 3 from that one, and 2 from you, and 2 from you. Not great. Getting a lot more steak than I am leather. I am about to use the last of my wheat, and that's it right there. That is also 1 full cow pen. I think I'm justified in giving them a little bit of extra space in here. And there's 39 more. How close are we going to get with that? That side done. This side quite a bit left. But can we get started with just this amount? Because I mean, logically I was thinking the stone generator is right here. So why don't we just start this side off with different kinds of stone? And that should be a good amount of chests, all the different variations going this way. And then we can move into other things that you mine. So maybe like iron, gold, lapis, things like that could be around here. And then on the opposite side, maybe down on this side, we start with different kinds of wood, or we use that pretty often. Should we start those things on this side so that right as soon as we come in the door, we can get the most common things? Maybe that's a better idea. Start with stone and stuff like that down here. Start with wood and things like that here, and then just kind of change it as we go down. Interesting dilemma. But actually, that one is empty, so we can take you. I only need about 22 more. I'm just going to go finish that up. I'll get some more leather. We'll finish this, then we can get to organizing. I'll check back in with you once we've got all of the item frames that we need. and we're ready to start shuffling things around. That actually didn't take too long. We got what we need. I also noticed a problem. I just saw a creeper there, and now it's not there. How did I do that? You see where I placed that one? Can I get that back? Thank you. Okay, so until we find a reason to use this hallway. There you are. I knew you were here. We don't really want you in my storage room of all places. How did I miss? I'm just terrible at that. We do not want you in my storage room, like I was just saying. So until further notice, we're just gonna light this up. I don't even remember what the plan for this tunnel was. I think I was seeing if I could make it all the way through the hill and come out the other side. I'm sure I could if I need to. But for now, we're just gonna leave it. No such plans. And out of the cave into beauty. Look at that. Now, how are we going to do this? One thing we can do, if we want to, let's say we are going to do wood on this side. I could have the top row be maybe logs and saplings for that type of wood. Then beneath it, it would be planks and slabs for that same type of wood. And the bottom one would be anything else. So if we've got like fences, stairs, doors, trapdoors, all that type of stuff, but it's all going to be the same kind of wood. And if that's the case, we can grab one of each and at least label these and just see if it looks like it's going to make sense. Something like that, which means at least what we can do is get all of the logs and sapling and put it in the top row there, which clears out a little space over here, and just keep doing stuff like that until all of this type of stuff is cleared out. It makes sense in my head anyway. I don't know practically how it's going to work, but I'm just going to start getting at this and I'll let you know when we've made some progress. I am quite used to where everything is now, so it's going to be a bit odd getting used to all these new spots. And right now, what I'm doing is just kind of emptying some things, picking random chests down at this spot and just filling in whatever I've got of that particular thing just to make some room down here. I'm definitely making progress. Got some stuff sorted over here, couple things thrown in here, but I'm actually getting to the point where I can start to take a few chests out and begin to organize stuff by the wood. So we are making progress. It's just kind of the slow and steady kind. I don't want to sort stuff anymore. It's getting to the point where they don't necessarily make much sense. I'm not grouping things in a way that makes sense to me. Can you tell what I'm talking about? Like just looking at this, I'm just finding an item and putting it in. I tried to start with that, like, you know, mob drops, putting in a certain area, then mob drops of this kind, but now I'm kind of running out of room over here where it gets closer to like the natural type stuff like wood and plants and things like that. So I'm just going with it now. We're just doing whatever makes sense or whatever doesn't make sense. Exciting news, citizen. All of these chests are gone on both sides. This has all been reorganized over here, and the only thing left is the shulker boxes. Everything else has been put in its own chest, more or less. Obviously, some of them have some mixed things, but they're categorized a whole lot better than they used to be. This side is mainly wood, plant-based type things, mob drops, and some more unique craftable things. This side is nether and the end, as well as redstone type stuff, more valuable ore drops or mob drops, and of course most of the different kinds of blocks that you would typically mine. So that's looking a whole lot better. Now all we have to do is empty out all of the shulkers. Then we'll be good. Ooh boy. And there you have it. That is one impressive storage room. The good thing about it too, there's a few spaces left over. I wanted to start with the basics like stone, deep slate, dirt. I started putting things further down, so I didn't end up filling up these, which gives us room to expand if we get more dirt, stone, things like that. Everything else I'm pretty happy with. There's a couple that, I don't know, I just didn't really do anything with. Like this one, it's just kind of job blocks and crafting table, weird stuff like that. The goat horn, that's just kind of random stuff. I didn't feel like putting it in its own box. Most of it's pretty good though. It's just, you know, whatever you see on the outside, that's all that's in the box. I keep saying box, chest. And it also makes me a lot more comfortable now thinking if we're going to go down and do some mining, we have some space to fill up everything that you see here. And also, as I was cleaning up some of the stuff down in that corner, I got a little quirky and relatable. You'll notice right here I have a chest for all of my chests, and an item frame chest on the item frame, showing all my item frames. Hilarious, right? I know. But I should actually take all the item frames out of the item frame chest. And even though I don't have plans up here yet, we can kind of just go ahead and slap them on a couple of these. So as you can see, we didn't touch anything up here. This is just green fields. Anything new we find, or any new blocks maybe that are released in future updates, we've got a whole second floor to fill up and ready to go for that. That being said, I'm realizing as I was emptying everything out, didn't we... Or wait, no, I remember. I was thinking we had an extra beacon. I never made it. We have the Nether Star. That's going to come into play because I'm thinking I want to bring that with us down to the mine. And main reasons for that, we do have plenty of stone at this point, but we were getting a bit low on deep slate. So refilling on that, but also there were a couple other things. Redstone was one of them. I started to get low. I think I got a bit more, but I'd like to have more redstone. If we do find gold, that'd be great. Save us some time sitting at the gold farm. And I've got a decent amount of diamonds, but if we did find more, I don't know, maybe an opportunity to flex with those somehow. So definitely a few things to work on, I guess, first of which is going to be making the beacon and then deciding what we actually want to dig out in the mine. So I think I'll have a quick think about that here with my cats and my boys, or maybe with my puppy dogs, but yeah, I'll have a think about it. I'll let you know what I come up with. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We'll grab a few of the empty shulker boxes. I think we're going to need those. And just because we might need more space, you might have noticed while I'm crafting over in the JEI Just Enough Items mod over here that the Traveler's Backpacks were showing up. I still have that mod installed from the Cave Only world, and I haven't gotten one in this world, but I think that might not be a bad idea. There are so many, and I'd have to go through. You can hold shift and it gives you a special description of what it does. So like the pumpkin one, staring at the Enderman no longer makes him angry, stuff like that. I'm not going to get a special one yet, even though some of these look pretty cool. I think for starters, we're just going to get the standard Traveler's Backpack, which should be pretty easy. It'll show you the description down here, and there's some standard stuff. Of course, it needs leather after I just used it all. But anyway, some of it's a little bit unique, like sleeping bag and backpack tank. Backpack tank, iron and glass, no problem. Sleeping bag is just wool, so also no problem. So let's get a backpack and then we can get a beacon, then we can head down to the mine. Sorry, moo-moos, I need a little bit more. There we go, that ought to do it. Now, hopefully it's easier to find things too in here. We need a chest, some iron, and I think it was 1 gold, some glass, and wool, I believe. That should be it. So backpack tank, we need 2 of these. It's just glass and iron, pretty easy. There we go, not bad. We got 2 backpack tanks. Sleeping bag was just that, so no problem at all. And then what was it? It was chest, leather, backpack tanks. I think was a sleeping bag down there and gold up here. It was, look at that. Standard Traveler's Backpack. And now I think you can right click when you're holding it. That'll open it up. And like I said, we got one of these in the Cave Only world. Thanks to everybody that answered my question. I was wondering what this was, and now it's pretty obvious after you've all answered it for me. This is just basically a crafting table within your inventory, which is pretty cool. You can put like liquids in here. It's just extra space, so kind of a cool thing to have. Now, while you can hold it, and I think you can you place it? Yeah, you can also place it down, kind of like a shulker box, and have it there. You can also wear it, so it doesn't take up a spot in your inventory, but yeah, you can see that I'm actually wearing the backpack now. And then I think if I press B, that'll open it up. So there you go. We've got a little bit of extra space now. Put away these things. I actually need the glass still, as well as you, and a couple of you. And we got this in the last video. Come to think of it though, we are going to have to do a wither fight to keep up our streak in this video at some point. Just don't need to do it quite yet, but for now, we'll get a beacon. And we're going to need something to build it out of. I might need more iron, to be honest. Could use some emeralds, just be fancy with it. But let's also go grab some more iron. Head right over here. And I got to come up with an idea for this too. We need to maybe put some sort of enclosure around this, or I haven't decided yet. Fortunately, it's still working. I say that, but I'm not hearing anything right now. It might be the same problem we ran into last video. Do we have to go do a culling of all the golems over here? And actually, we can change you back now from haste to jump boost. There we go. And let's get rid of a couple of you just to be safe. Ugh, kind of a weird lumbering walk they have now with the new animations. That's a bit strange. Same goes for you, my friend. Are you faster now? That's scary. How are we doing in the zoo down here? Have you repopulated down there? I think there's more than there were last time. Gotta get rid of one. In any event, that should be enough blocks for a beacon. I can never remember how much you actually need for it. Actually, if I have to be doing this anyway, what might be fun, I haven't used Neptune's toothpick in a while, and didn't I have one with loyalty on it? Because that's not going to come back, and I don't really want to retrieve it once I've thrown it at an iron golem. We might have to keep on the lookout for another trident. I want one with loyalty. There we go. That fixed it. We just get loaded up over there and this thing turns off. So every once in a while, gotta clear them out. No biggie. Now, with all of that done, I need a place where we can build a beacon underground that the lights here can actually reach the sky. So where can that be? Well, let's go down and figure out where we're going to be digging, and then I'll just pick a spot, get the coordinates, and see where that lines up when we get back up here. Excuse me, B. Excuse me. Because, by the way, what I thought would be cool, this is where the water elevators are, but right here is where we've already done a lot of the clearing out, and that leads to our old staircase that we've blocked off since. But wouldn't it be cool if we cleared out all the areas surrounding the water elevator, so maybe we can build something nice or make it look a little bit nicer? But we can't build a beacon here because we can't dig straight up near the water elevator, and also building the beacon would get in the way of it. So it'd have to be off to the side somewhat, like over here. And we've already got the slime chunks. We could always do it in here. All right, I took the coordinate for that room. We might just put it in there. Let's go see where that lines up. I'm sure it's going to be inside the B-dome somewhere. It's right here, right at the edge of the B-dome. So I guess we could break the rules and just dig straight down all the way to that slime chunk room and build one there. And then later on, we just fill it back up or something. Just put that there temporarily. Let's get a piece of glass. We should probably cover it up so bees don't follow us down. That would not be ideal. And just in case we happen to run into lava, might be a good idea to keep a water bucket on us. So we'll put the glass there. No bees should be able to follow us. Keep the water bucket on us. Make sure we've got full saturated hunger. And doesn't matter that I'm wearing full netherite, this makes me nervous. I don't like digging straight down. I saw something though that said based on, the amount of times lava spawns and very large caves, the chances of actually running into something that's lethal are quite low, like something like 10%. I don't know how true that is, but we're gonna believe it right now because I am just a little bit spooked. Hello. I mean, if you insist, I will take that. Ah! Okay, so, I mean, that would have been probably dangerous. Hello. If we didn't have full netherite, let's make sure we're still lined up. Oh yeah, this is the area we lit up. Those are our water elevators right there. So it should be fairly safe in here. And I see you to Papa. Ah, 1. Okay. Is there anything interesting in here? I don't know that I explored all the way through. Ow. Just opens up a bit more. I did a good job lighting this place up. Well done, Legion. I don't usually do that. Anyway, let's keep going. Look at that. Oh, hey buddy. You can just back up. I'm nearly done. Right here. And yep, I figured that would happen. Think we can light up this slime chunk. Get out of here. Have at thee. Yeah. I'm so brave. It does remind me of something. I could spam the floor here with brown mushrooms, because isn't that what you do when you're trying to get slimes to spawn in? I didn't even bring any lights with me. That's smart. So we gotta head back up anyway. Let's do a quick drop off, grab some torches, and let's see how many brown mushrooms I have. And this is gonna need to be taller, isn't it? I'll figure it out in a minute. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind about the brown mushrooms. Kinda just want to build a slime farm, and we could probably do that this video. So remind me, citizen, that's something we can potentially work on later on. It does take a little bit longer organizing this now because you got to go to a separate chest for each thing. I like to think it's worth it. Yeah, that's a question. Tell me it's worth it, citizen. And we need torches, and why don't we actually bring some of the coal with to make some more, as well as some sticks. That one, there we go. Okay, clean inventory, torches. I think we're good. Down we go. Let's get this area lit up, then we can make our beacon. Okay, so that needs to be the center. And while I think that would technically work, we do want to go bigger. And we've got plenty of blocks, so let's get fancy. Ooh, look at our wealth. We can use emeralds. Hey, get out of my way. There we go. And beacon, and we hope it works. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Is it because of the glass? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm dumb. Hold on. You go there, right? I was just being dumb. Yeah, okay. Which means we should be able to do haste. Haste 2. No, I built it too short. Okay, I was right. It needed to be a little bit taller. You can tell I don't build beacons that often. Now, is this right? It looks more impressive. And it works. So if I put you there, can I now do haste 2? Yes, okay. Whew, there we go. That was more difficult than it should have been. Okay, so now we have haste 2 in a decent distance away from the water elevators. So I think what I'm going to do is just start clearing out a space around this and going from there, just kind of expanding out. Let's see how much damage we can do in like 30 minutes. Let's do a 30-minute session. Do a time lapse and just see what we can clear out. But first, let's test this. Okay, it's definitely not insta break, but that is faster. I think that'll come in handy. All right, let's do it, citizen. Alrighty, it's been about 30 minutes. And as you can see, we did a bit of damage. That was just a hallway. Now it's all opened up over here. I did run into some gravel, little bit of tuff, as you can see here. I just dug through all the tuff, left everything else. So I think next I just want to clean this up, get the redstone and stuff like that. Kind of a bummer though, over 30 minutes, plenty of redstone, plenty of lapis lazuli, but no diamonds. I didn't find a single diamond the whole time I was doing this. So I guess we'll collect all this up, and what I've been doing is just anything like lapis, redstone, I'm going to throw in the backpack. Everything else is going into the shulkers, as you can see. But yeah, I kind of want to just keep going until I at least find one diamond. And I know we found, what did I do with it? Oh, I think I already put it back at the base, but I know we found that one little tiny vein of diamonds, but that was on the way down. It doesn't count. Gotta find diamonds down here while we're doing this. Hey, there we go. Every time, that's all it takes. You just gotta complain just a little bit, and then the diamonds hear you, and they present themselves. Ooh. Let's do silk touch on these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is not too shabby. Throw those in the backpack and then keep going. That's a problem. Looks like we struck lava. There's our first sight of gold. I really am surprised with how rare the occurrence of gold and diamond and everything is down here. It's fortunate that I'm not particularly looking for it. I'm just trying to clear some space. Because let's say I was looking for gold and I just found that after clearing out all of this, I'd be quite upset. A single gold ore. Now what can we clear here before we hit the lava? I hear water too, which is strange that close to lava. Yep, that's it right there. Okay, and let's, I think that burned. That was useless. And that's another one. Okay, so there's the lava. Good to know. Oh, there's definitely more space down here now. I think I'm just gonna finish clearing these two spots right here, and then we might call it a day on this for now. Let's do this first, and then let's make a decision after that. Okay, there we go. And I don't think we'll be running out of deep slate anytime soon now, which is a bonus. So let's grab all of our stuff, and then important question before we leave. We have all this space now, and we're down at bedrock, like we're down very close to the bottom. We can obviously open it up some more. In fact, I probably will. Right now it's kind of a mismatch. All the rooms are kind of a different size. However, my question to you, citizen, what should we use this space for? Because I don't currently have any ideas. I wanted the space. I think it'd be cool to build something down here. The one thing I might do is make this look a little bit nicer, because I don't like how it's just still the deep slate and kind of gross, to be honest. So we might fix that up, but as far as all this space, what should we do? What should we build down here? Leave me those comments and let me know what you think. Maybe in the next video, we'll pick one that I like, or maybe the one that gets the most likes, something like that, and we'll see what we can build down here. That being said, let's go deposit what we have and then bring some materials down. I'm gonna make this look a little bit nicer. Drop all of you off. Hopefully fill up both these chests. That way we don't have to go mining again for a while. Well, for that anyway. We need it. We've got plenty of tuff now, and this one is full, and this one is a little over halfway. So I think we'll be pretty solid on deep slate, tuff. I am happy that we found a good amount of redstone, because like I said, we're getting a little bit low on it. Could be worse, but still, could be better. and now it is. Let's see, we've got our lapis. Just kind of chuck everything back in there. But actually, while we're here, got a bit of raw iron, little bit of raw gold, 1 raw gold. But we've also got a ton of raw copper, and it would be easy enough to just use these over here to smelt all that up. But I'm kind of thinking it'd be fun to have an auto smelter. So maybe we go decorate the water elevators down at the mine, then how about we make an auto smelter? That might be kind of cool. Gonna have to look that one up. I do not know how to do that one. Also, I am about entirely out of dark oak, so let's take a run through here real quick. There we go. Feeling better about that. Let's bring that with us. Don't actually know what I want to do down by the water elevators, but I mean, you know it's going to include frog lights, right? Bring one of you just in case. That should be a good start. Ooh, wait. Should bring glass. Maybe red and regular? Question mark? See what we can do with all that. I'm intentionally trying not to use stone for this because I think there's already enough of it down there. Okay, what do we want to do here? For starters, I think I'd like to have this be maybe stripped mangrove logs. And yes, we're going to be dealing with water spillage this whole time. I was liking how these pillars looked, the quartz pillars, so I brought some of those with me as well. Keep going around the back with these logs. Help, turn off the water, somebody. There we go. I think if we make some stairs, easy opportunity to replace these. I did not think about that. Taking out the door, fantastic. Help, help. Oh no, I broke it. I broke that one too. I did not mean to do that. I just broke both of our water elevators. Okay. You know what? We're just doing signs. And let's just put the extras up here, because why not? Okay, I'm gonna need... Oh man, I'm gonna need kelp, and I'm gonna have to replace that. Just made a bunch of work for myself. Or, did I bring extra... Ooh, I brought extra water. We can fix this, citizen. Just put a couple of you down, infinite source, and then I'm hoping if I just do that and that, it will fix it, please? I hear bubbles. I think it worked. And how about with you? That should fix it. Yeah, okay, I mean, this one's working, so the other one must be too. Crisis averted. Don't need that anymore. Of course, I'm probably gonna mess something else up, and then I'm gonna end up needing it again. But until that time, I don't need it. Next up, do glass, frog light. Same thing over here, glass, frog light. And then I say we alternate in the middle. So this time it would be glass, frog light. Do we do one of those? And for the back, oh boy, open the floodgates. Oh boy. Just going regular glass on the back. There we go. Almost looks more like a fish tank now. I don't hate it. I mean, that's something. It's definitely an upgrade from what we had before, just the deep slate. I think it looks kind of fancy. And we like fancy here. Actually, one other thing I think this could use will kind of blend in an area around the base. And that'll be with the bedrock, obviously, because we can't move that, and it'll just kind of taper off as it comes out. So anywhere that there is a blank spot, we are going to put a quartz slab. There we are. There you go. Kind of blends it into the ground that already exists here. I like that. It's definitely an upgrade. So we started it off. We made the entrance, at least, to the mine a lot nicer. We got a ton more space. And I'll be waiting on those comments from you to let me know what we should fill in all that space with. But I think I'm good down here. Let's bring everything back up. Hope this actually works. It does. Whew. Okay. Starting to get the hang of this, where everything goes. Oh, and also, that reminded me, now that we have a backpack, how necessary is it to carry all of this around with us all the time? So I'm kind of thinking we can clear it all out, leave that here now, and then backpack can have spare rockets. We can keep Cleopatra in there, some extra water buckets, as well as lava, my leads, Neptune's toothpick. I totally forgot we were carrying around pot shot, but we can have an extra bed in here. So all that stuff, just kind of the essentials, but I don't want my inventory clogged up with it. So we can just keep some of this stuff in there as well. Yeah, pot shot, I forgot. That was like 300 days ago. We were going to put that up in the arena since we stopped it from breaking, and we made spicy pot shot, which is also getting close to breaking. But just grab a few more of those just in case. Let's grab a, getting distracted again, but let's grab an item frame. No, I thought we had extra. I think I put them upstairs. Let's just grab one upstairs. I don't feel like killing more cows. And yoink. Yep, I completely forgot that we were going to do this up at the arena in the sky, but the plan was to have a spot to hang this in a place of glory, so maybe right here actually. Not really a spot to do it down there, and plus there's going to be mobs everywhere, so maybe every time we make a new bow, we come up here and we put the old bow right in that spot, and we can kind of just fill this in with old bows, old weapons, old armor, whatever, and it will hang over the arena and shower glory down upon its champions. Speaking of champions, that's me. I'm a champion. Gotta prove it every once in a while, though. Come here, creeper. Yeah, you just head right back into that wither rose for me. And skeleton, you can just keep shooting those creepers. That'll work out. No? You wanna... Ooh, skeletons move pretty weird, too, with this animation update. Come here, I want to see you hobble forward again. Ooh, look at that. That is weird. Ow. Get out of here. I see you in there, fancy pants. You want to come down? Oh, missed me. Missed me. Missed me. Sneak attack. Flanking maneuver. Those don't work on Legion V. Aha! Give me those fancy pants. Ooh, enchanted bow. And a creeper sidekick. Ah, warring tribes. It's one of the ways Rome was able to win. They would set their enemies against each other. But not always. Sometimes you just need to take them out yourself. I needed this after all that mining. It can get a bit boring, so the excitement is helping. Dem bones, dem bones, dem golden bones. Got a build up over here. Nothing we can't handle. Just get rid of all that. Clear it out. There we go. Okay, I think that's enough for now, but every time we're up here, we get a couple bits and bobs that we can use for the Legion, so that's good. And that is a smart creeper, just standing right on top of that wither rose. Good job, guy. Ooh, what do we have in there? Hey, friend. Oh, your hat's not working. Usually that stops you from burning, but I guess it doesn't count because you're not actually equipped with anything, are you? That's a shame, isn't it? Oh well. Okay, that's enough for one day. Well, let's get out of here. This place has changed so much in the last couple hundred days. Look at all that. All of this with the entirely new forum. Can't really see the snow castle from here, but I know it's there. And yeah, I got myself very distracted. What were we working on? And this guy, you are not going to last very long if you keep insisting on taking my speaking platform. And I know it's just because these job blocks are here, but you watch yourself. This is my speaking platform. Did he just roll his eyes at me? And it's not just because I look like a porcupine. You watch yourself, buddy. You can end up out in the ocean with some cement boots any day. Unbelievable. Just leave him here. As for this guy down here, I don't know if there's any hope for you. Part of me thinks if there was a way out, you would have figured it out by now, but you also are a villager, so might not be the case. Whoop, we did it. We got him out. Now, if I help you like that, are you going to do that again? Or are you going to be a good boy and just go back to your place in the forum? Plenty of job blocks over there, you know. Well, you don't believe me? He just shook his head at me. There are job blocks. Don't you jump back in there. I'm going to trust you, but I'm going to come check in a little bit. You better not be in my fountain. Go back. Check out one of the job blocks. Just hang out over there. You're going to love it. I don't need to deal with villagers in this video. Don't follow me. And here we see the Brainius Minimus wandering the plains. He stops for a quick stroll through the melons, intent on destroying all the seeds so that Legion will have to come back through and hoe it again. Now you're just stuck in there, aren't you? You are a dingus. We're just leaving you. I'm not dealing with that. And I remembered it was auto smelter. We were going to work on an auto smelter. So I'm going to put all this stuff away, and then I need to do some research on that. I don't know how to make one. So we will be following a tutorial. I should also probably spend some time at the creeper farm and the gold farm. I just don't like being low on things, especially now that I have a whole chest for it to show me just how low I am. So there's that, just one stack of rockets, and tell you what, I'll do a little AFK at those farms. I'm not going to make you watch it because it's pretty boring. We'll see how much we can fill up in these chests, and then while I'm doing that, I'm going to be researching the auto smelter. And what do you mean the arrows are distracting? I think they're fine. But yeah, I'll let you know when we filled up these chests a little bit and when I figured out what we're going to do for an auto smelter. See you in a bit, citizen. Okay, I would go and do that if somebody wasn't here trying to block in my door. He took a job block in here. Do I let him live, doggos, or... Oh, that's gonna bother me. Hey dogs, you want to help me dig a hole here real quick? No reason, we're just digging a hole. Hey, come outside real quick, I got something to show you. Yeah, it's right over there by the dogs. Yeah, right there actually. Having to move all of my job blocks over here. Not for any reason in particular. Oh, great. Took that one. We're gonna waste the blaze powder. You know what? We tried to do this the humane way, the buried alive way. But you crossed the line, my friend, so hopefully none of your buddies can see this, but you're gonna have to go, I'm afraid. Don't judge me. He crossed the line. He was gonna annoy me for hundreds and hundreds of days. We had to do it. Anyway, back to the original plan. And boop. right, so we did some AFKing. I got a decent amount of gunpowder. I think that'll do for a while. But something else that I did, I picked up all of the rotten flesh that was at the gold farm, as well as the gold. And there is quite a bit. I just wanted to clear out those chests, but also you can use this for your clerics. I call them the Pontifex Maximus. You can actually trade this stuff, so I figured why not bring it. Actually a decent amount of gold too, so that's not too bad. I also realized when we went down to the mine, I brought a crafting table, kind of forgetting that this is a crafting table, so let's try that out. Okay, so it works. Put everything here, you can get the output right there. All right, just got to get used to using that. So we've at least got a bit more gold now. Oh, I forgot, I filled this too. So quite a bit of rotten flesh. Too much actually. We're gonna need to go trade some of this. So let's go trade the extra because that chest is now entirely full. And I did look up the auto smelter. It's actually very easy. Oh man, there's so many of you in here. So that won't be a problem to build. Oh, there you are. Take as much as you can, please. Not too much. Wait a minute. Why didn't I have a leveled up cleric? Yeah, he's up there. I just made a second one. Why did you let someone take your job? I'm not gonna ask questions, whatever. Just use the emeralds to buy glowstones. Now we have 2, not sure why. I only have 1 job block, but that's fine. Get this stuff in here, and yeah, it'll be no problem to make the auto smelter. Just gotta pick a spot for it. And before we get to that, I think we need to go heal up old Reliable. I don't like seeing it under 50%, so we'll just do that real quick. And yeah, I think you missed it last time because I forgot to record, but when we came here last time, I pointed out, last video, made an easy way to get over to our end portal to get to the XP farm, which means we can just come straight here and drop down to it. Short run over here to our portal, and alley-oop, there we go. Then the Endermen are so kind as to heal up our tools for us. Yes, hello, I would like 100 XPs, please. Very kind of you. And then the XP kind of just hovers around us because we can't even consume it quickly enough. But it is healing up old Reliable, and we'll do the other ones too, because why not? We're here. That was very quick, and I don't even have to do anything. The extra XP is just hitting all of these. Oh, so close. That'll do it. There we go. We'll clear out what we can again from here just to keep it from getting too clogged up. I really need to add a dispenser here just to get rid of them, but I never got around to it. There we go. All cleaned up. I say that, but all those hoppers were full too, so they just keep cycling through and filling it up again. Whatever. It's definitely more clear than it used to be. All right, let's head back and think about this auto smelter. And right in. All right, let's start gathering some stuff that we're going to need for the auto smelter. And also, I don't know why I was bothered by not having cobblestone before. You can use cobble deep slate for pretty much all the same stuff. So like for making furnaces, I'm just going to use that. I don't know why I was thinking I was needing cobble before. We should have everything we need though. I just have to figure out where I put it. There you go. And let's just say this is going to be a 10 furnace system. So we'll just get 10 of these, which means I'll need what? 30 hoppers, I think. And that's not going to be enough. Need more iron. Gotta start breaking into the blocks of iron. Almost makes me think we need to upgrade our iron farm, but maybe, I don't know. So 30 of those. That should still be enough chests. I think we have everything we need. Like I said, this isn't a super complex one. Also don't need all that. I think just 1 stack of these will do. And I want to kinda do something cool with this because I could build it anywhere. I could just dig out a space back here. This would work fine. But how cool would it be if we just had some chests right here and it was just kind of like ore input, coal input, and then the output right here or something like that? Because I think that would be pretty cool. It also solves our symmetry problem because I could just get rid of this and then it shouldn't bother me as much that that same thing isn't over on this side. I say we try it. Don't know if I'll be able to figure it out, but no harm in trying. So I'm trying to think of this. Maybe it would be best if we just did something like this. So it could be coal, ingots, or no, it would be coal, ore, and then the final smelted product over here, I think. And then I'll fill all this back in a minute, but essentially in order for this to work, we're going to have to build the auto smelter below this because we want hoppers going from these two feeding into it. And then essentially we're probably going to have a water elevator pushing the items back up to get into this one. So how much deeper down does this need to be then? That is the question. And I think it's 4, but let's do 5 just to be safe. Oh, that's unnerving. There we go. Because while this is a pretty cool thing, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, so I don't see a need to like have it be shown. Could just be underground here, and all we need is those chests. That'll do everything for us. And let's see, we want... or that's 5, so we need 5 more spots back. We should, however, kind of double, triple check that everything works before we close all this up, because I really don't want to find out that it doesn't work when we've covered all this and we have to dig our way back in and troubleshoot and all that kind of thing. So let's just be sure. There we go. So that's 10. Let's go ahead and put our furnaces down, or furnace. And then the rest of the hoppers should just have a line going into the back of them, as well as over the top. And actually looking at this, we're going to need a couple more spaces back here. And that should give us enough room, I think, so that we can run some rails across this, but I think I forgot the hopper mine carts. We might need a few of those. Let's just do this first. We got to be careful placing these that we don't accidentally connect the two. Now we can take you, do one of these, and I need a few of these blocks, which apparently I've never crafted before. There we go. I think I had those in the wrong spots, but that looks right to me. And then we basically just repeat the same thing on the other side. So now we've got a minecart rail with powered rails on each side going back and forth across all the hoppers. And then this is where I stray from the tutorial a little bit, because I'm going to need more hoppers and I need hopper minecarts. Okay, let's head back up momentarily. Need 2 hopper minecarts, few more hoppers. I'm not even going to worry about the water elevator yet, because I think if we just have a couple hoppers leading down here, if a hopper minecart is running back and forth, it should deposit what we need in there, and then same thing for that. So those 2 should be good. Let's make a couple of these. And then do I want to be able to turn this on and off from up there? Because that might be beyond my redstone skills, which are quite lacking. Because for now, if I just put those there, let's just say for now it can be on all the time, because I don't see a reason for it not to be. So that's working. Okay, we're gonna need some extra stuff to get the items from that chest sent up to this chest. And I might run into a space issue here, but we're about to find out. So let's see what we're going to need. Definitely need some soul sand to send it up. Need a dispenser to kind of shoot things onto the soul sand. And I need to get in here temporarily, so let's do that. I'm gonna send that into the dispenser, put you back there. Yeah, the space issue might be getting to me. Is the water going to cause problems over here? It might. Yeah, I mean, it's got the rails there. I think that's going to run into trouble. I think we need to move it one over, and we're going to run into this hallway up here, but luckily we haven't built anything there yet. So you're going to go here, Spencer there, one more hopper, and we should be able to enclose it a little bit more successfully, I think. This is the part I don't understand, and I'm kind of just hoping the tutorial I'm looking at is correct. That's supposed to work to have things shoot out of the dispenser, so let's at least test that part. So if I put a couple levers in there, okay, that actually worked very quickly. So that part works. Anything that gets dropped off in that chest is going to get shot over here. Now this part is going to need to be enclosed, and part of me thinks I should be using glass even though I'm not. I should probably use glass. In case it stops working, we'll know why it's not working. Or we'll be able to see more anyway. And I think I'm actually going to need a few more hoppers. I know I'm all over the place right now, but I kind of have no idea what I'm doing. So that's the reason why. Let's say we'll be receiving right there. If this were to go all the way up here, then part of me thinks we could just put water on the top, push it into this, block these off, and then if it lands in there, it would go in. I think that should work. Only one way to find out. Let's test this. It's gonna say we could use kelp, but honestly, we could probably just easily fill this amount of space with water. So if we put some there, just keep it moving all the way up. And this is the part I'm kind of worried about. Okay, it looks like the hopper does block the water. That's good. I was worried about that. And then I don't really want water spilling out everywhere, so why don't we put a sign right there, and then put you here and you there. And now from the dispenser, it should be flowing things into that hopper, which then leads into this. It's not pretty, but I think it should work. Let's do a quick test. If I could get over to that chest. There we go. Let's put the rest of our glass in there. 4 glass. Should get shot up through there, which it is, and it looks like it's landing on that hopper. Now, did it end up in the chest? It worked. Look at that. Look at me doing redstone stuff and water elevator stuff. And yes, very ugly. I'm going to cover up as much of that as I can. But is this thing done now? I think it's done. For now, let's just put a torch here, close you off. I might just put a door there or something. And then we might have to go troubleshoot, so let's test this first. I need 3 more item frames. Thank you. Okay, so just so we know what goes where, this one should be fuel. This one should be, for example, raw iron or whatever you want smelted. And then this should be the output. Now, I'm kind of nervous to test this, but we can kind of watch what's going on down there. So in the coal chest, if we were to put a nearly stack of coal, it should get picked up by that hopper, and it should be getting put into all of the furnaces right now. If I then were to put this raw iron into the middle chest, that should be getting put into all the furnaces along with the coal, and they should be running, which I think I hear that they are. They're all running. Then after a few moments, we should start... How did I get smooth stone? Oh, I must have smelted stone on accident. Oh no, they're getting shot up and out. I'm gonna have to put a cap over the top of that, but look at that, it worked. Let's make that a little bit safer. I don't want to shoot the iron out. That is so cool. I'm so excited about that. I cannot believe that worked first try. And yeah, I don't see a problem with just leaving those minecarts running. I mean, it's only 2. I don't think that would do too much for lag or anything like that. But once we cover this up, you won't even know anything's there. There's just 3 chests, and it's just making a lot of awesome stuff for us. That's so cool. Now, I think if you put stairs on top of a chest, it doesn't stop it from opening. It should still, yeah, that still is able to open. So if we just did something like that, that's kind of inconspicuous. You can still see through there a little bit. And with the hoppers there, not a whole lot I can do about it, but that doesn't really worry me. I think let's just get a door for right here. Nobody needs to know we've got a big old mess behind there smelting stuff for us. There we go. So fairly inconspicuous. Maybe at some point we come back here and we clean things up a little bit because this is a mess. But I'm really happy with this. I think that's really cool. And actually, we've got to do a better test than just a few pieces of iron. Look at all this junk that we've got. We got to smelt up some of this. And actually, I've got tons of extra coal. Let's just fill that chest, or not fill it, but make sure it does not want for coal. And there you go. It should be loading out into all of that stuff now. And then we can do the same thing here in the middle chest. Let's throw in all of the raw copper that we have. And before too long, we should see it being deposited in the last one. Like a kid with a new toy. This is so cool. I might have to just go mining just to get more to smelt. Whoop. Here it comes. That is so much more efficient than just what I had set up over there. I don't even need those ones anymore. Look at what I've got going on. Didn't really pay attention. How much did we put in? I thought it was 64 and 3, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it wasn't. But it's a possibility that one is stuck down there, but it's only copper. Just kind of sneakily look through there, see what's going on. But that's all right. If I notice that more, we'll take a look at it, but I'm still very happy with how that performs. Actually, I just noticed this off on the right. Is it worth upgrading the backpack? Because we just have a standard right now. I'm curious what some of these other ones do. Wow, netherite plus 4 armor. That's pretty cool, but yeah, we're not going to be doing that one. Diamond, we probably could. Plus 3 armor, and that's block, and yeah, that we could do. That's kind of boring, just a bit more armor. What do some of the other ones do? Emerald gives cool particles, nothing special. Sounds special to me. Lapis is kind of cool. Multiply the amount of experience received by the player. Bookshelf. Oh, place her on enchanting tables, just like a bookshelf to get higher levels. Nah, not really into that. Works like a sponge block and stores water in backpack tanks. Whoa, the cake one slowly feeds you. That's pretty cool. The creeper one just makes you explode when you die. That's kind of fun, but kind of useless in a hardcore world. Okay, this one's pretty nuts. Dragon's Traveler's Backpack, which combines Magma Cube and Squid's ability. I can't read the rest of it because it doesn't go to the second line there, but Magma Cube and Squid are already pretty good. Magma Cube is immunity to fire, and Squid is water breathing and night vision in water. Sounds really cool, but it's kind of OP. Does take your dragon egg, that's kind of nuts. Blaze is nice, immunity to fall damage and small fireballs sent by Blaze. Immunity to wither effects. Ooh, the cow one cleanses all negative effects, that's pretty cool. I don't know. There's some cool ones in here. I just don't want to... I don't want to be too OP. Maybe we do just go with one of the ones that grants you a little bit of extra armor. Let's start small. Let's just make an iron traveler's backpack. You can always upgrade it again later or make a new one. So I think we can take this off and then just do this. Hopefully it doesn't get rid of everything that I had in that backpack, because that would be kind of a bummer. Yeah, it kept it in there. Good. Whoops. I was playing with these buttons and it looks like it does that. So, at least now we are a little bit more beefy. And I think it looks a little bit better too. Fits in with the netherite. Kind of strange how it's going through my elytra. But no matter. A little bit of extra armor and we could always upgrade it again later if we want to. Alright, so we're happy with that auto smelter. Gotta decide what to do next. Do I want to just go mining for stuff that I can smelt, or should we take on a new project? Let me think about it for a minute and then we'll get started on whatever's next. Actually, something does come to mind. In the last video, I asked for name suggestions for you, and I got a couple that I liked. In fact, there were two kind of on opposite ends of the spectrum in a way, so we might give you a name and a nickname. So with that in mind, let's go grab a name tag and bring it back. Did I make a name tag chest? I do not remember. I did. Apparently it's also a compass chest. Alright, we got that. Let's go name him. And like I said, I took two comments that I liked. And the first was from Fables Told, and that was to name this guy Cato the Elder. That was because last video we were talking about the Punic Wars, Rome's wars with Carthage, and Cato the Elder was, let's just say, not a fan of Carthage. In fact, it said that he would end all of his speeches with Cathargo delenda est, meaning Carthage must be destroyed. Even if it had nothing to do with Carthage, he would say that every time, apparently. So, big proponent for the wars with Carthage, so that is going to be your official name. However, I saw another one that kind of spoke to me a little bit. So also thank you for the suggestion from Tuki, and that was the name Annoyus. And let's be honest, I'm pretty sure there were people out there calling Cato the Elder Annoyus behind his back. Like, we get it, you don't like Carthage, it's fine. So once again, I appreciate those suggestions. And I'm glad we now can decide. We can either call you Cato if you're being good, but I have a feeling we're going to be using your nickname a decent amount as well. And stay off my stand. Anyway, the more I think about it, this lag keeps bothering me. So I think we're going to do a harvest in here, get all the honey. And then tonight, when all the bees go back into their hives, we're going to do a test. We are going to remove all of these. And I just want to see what that does. If it like completely solves the problem, makes it a little bit better. It's just a test. And then if we want, we can just put, you know, 1 or 2 hives back in here. We're not exactly hurting for this stuff at this point. There we go. So we got all that. Let's just plan on that. Tonight we'll come back, we'll remove some of this and just see what it does for our low FPS situation. And I think I'll use the time waiting for night to do a couple things. First, I'm going to do some chores around the farm. I might go clear all that out and just see what we can stock up in a chest. Because part of having that massive storage room is I want to just be stocked up. I like to want for nothing, but who wouldn't? And something tells me we'll be able to fill this chest pretty easily with the potatoes from over there as well as the beetroots. So maybe let's clear this out and use it as a secondary chest. There we go. And hopefully by now the bees should all be asleep. And I'm kind of noticing that the lag is a little bit better right now. But not all the bees made it in there. What's going on here? There we go. And I think that was the last one. So let's sneakily go... Wait, these aren't going to burn up if they land on the campfire, right? I don't think they would. Let's just grab that. Ow. If I just stand close, I don't think they'll fall in. I'll fall in. What does it matter? Let's just... So we'll go through, take all these down. I want to know for sure if this is the issue. And yes, there are quite a lot of these. I'm gonna run out of space. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think I'm really cool with that backpack. Okay, I think that's all of them. Anyway, though, let's try to do a few days like this. And I'd just like to see if I notice a difference at all. But for now, I've got a nice chest where I can put everything. And I guess you can't stack them if they have bees in them or something. These must be empty. Must know somehow. I'm not sure. What do we think? It's morning. Is that any better? Ish, maybe. And of course, now that it's morning, I just thought of something I kind of wanted to do while it was night. When I opened the backpack, I was looking at this again, Neptune's toothpick, and I really thought we had a second one. Because I think we made this one with Riptide so that we could fly up out of the water and use our Elytra, but I thought we had to get a second trident because our last one had loyalty and it would come back. Maybe I'm crazy, but when I was sorting through everything, I do not remember seeing a trident. So nothing's stopping us us from getting another one, is kind of what I'm getting at here. I guess one thing we can do is prep. We can get all the enchanted books we need for a new trident. And I forgot about harvesting the potatoes. We'll do that in a little bit. For now, let's do some trades and get some enchanted books. I am not happy with this guy, by the way. Up to 5 emeralds now. I don't know what he's trying to do to me, but there was a reason I healed you all those times. So we're at least going to need mending and unbreaking 3, and then impaling is another one we'll need, but I think the last one is loyalty, and hopefully I have those somewhere. Okay, there's impaling. Wow, that's expensive, especially since I'd have to buy 4 books. Let's see if anybody else has it. Hopefully someone in here does. Can't even get at any of them. Doesn't seem like we do. I remember you out here. What do you have? Yeah, you were the Riptide one, so you're the one we don't need. And I didn't see loyalty anywhere, so we're still gonna probably have to get that. But for now, yes, I'd love your rip-off trade, please. 4 of those. Slap those all in here to get impaling 4 2 times. Bring it up to impaling 5. And we got mending, unbreaking, impaling 5. Just need loyalty. Actually, maybe Cato the Elder / Annoyus would like to sell us that. Just grab a bit more emeralds. And let's go ask him nicely. Hey, buddy. I don't think you're locked in, right? No, you're not. And no way. That's the first book. I cycled the trade 1 time. First book was loyalty. You must really want to keep your job, huh? I mean, it's not loyalty 3, but that's not bad. We're going to take it. Well, thanks, Cato. I appreciate it. Let's go combine these books, and then it's almost night. We should be able to go on a drowned hunt. And fortunately, I have a feeling that there's going to be a decent amount by our base. I remember running into a ton in the river right by our base. So we'll get loyalty 3. Start combining a couple of these. And of course, once again, we're just blowing through our levels. Not that we really need them. I mean, I guess we did need them, and that worked out for us. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. We can easily get more levels. But right over here is what I'm talking about. There should be plenty of drown, like there already is. So we're going to go on the hunt and see if we can find any that have tridents. Actually, they must not even need, like, night to spawn in, because I don't think it was night yet, and they're already here. Quite a few of them, actually, so maybe it just picks up at night. None of you want to have a trident, really? Heard I was coming and you just stashed them all. You've got a shell? Want to give me a shell? You do, look at that. That's the first time I got a Nautilus shell? I don't buy it. Guess I know what I'm going to be doing all night. Can't have that single Nautilus shell. I want a Nautilus shell chest. I would also like a trident though, so if anybody wants to even spawn in with one. What is this chicken doing? Yeah, baby one. Get out of here. Gross. Swimming down the river, taking out the drowned. That's about 10 or so, not a single trident yet. Pretty sure a few times now when we've gone down this river, I have passed one without asking for it with a trident. And that was just from like, 5 seconds in the river. Now I've gone down the whole thing and nothing. The rates might actually get worse at night. If they can spawn during the day, now the mob cap's probably being taken up out there. Things just spawning on the land. Yeah, now we're not getting any spawns. Let's try it during the day. I have a feeling that's what's going on right now. There we go, finally. At least one spawns in with a trident. You want to drop that for me, buddy? What do you say? You say no, but you say, hey, I've got a backup. Perhaps you would like to share. Let's see if you are benevolent. Nope. Oh boy, keeping at it. I didn't make those books for nothing. We gotta find somebody to drop us a trident. Not to mention, we only saw the one so far with the shell. Thought it was a little bit more common than what I'm seeing right now. I was recently watching a Whip video where he built a drowned farm, and it was really cool. He had to build it up in the sky above a river. But I think it took him something like 60 hours and just like an insane amount of glass and what was it, soul soil and stuff like that. So it was very cool and I like it. I just, obviously in this video, I don't have the time. I don't know if I have the patience. It's more for the copper anyway, that type of farm. Okay, that seemed to help. I just flew up with a rocket and then came back down and they seem to respawn. Nothing, really? So maybe we try that a couple times if we're noticing the rates are low. What are you holding? Oh, he's got a fishing rod. Not that he's willing to drop it for me or anything. Ugh, another baby goober, get out of here. Ooh, I think I see one over there. And is yours enchanted? Am I imagining that? It looks enchanted. Ow. Doesn't matter because you're not going to drop it for me. I think I must have just really lucked into that first trident because I don't remember it being this difficult to find one. Hey, buddy. Can I please have that? Okay, being polite doesn't help. We could try the other thing. I really don't want this trident. I hope you don't drop it. Please hang on to it, and I'm not interested, and it didn't work. This one at least has a shell. I would take it if you want to. Hey, there we go. At least 2 of those now. There's our next customer. Come on, come on. You're like number 7 or something. I don't know how many I've done at this point, but more than I thought I'd have to. Hey, another one. Surely you're going to drop that. I'm not going to drop it, and don't call me Shirley. Yep, didn't drop it. All right, another customer. Maybe this time you'll be nice? I don't know why they don't want to be nice to me. What did I do to them aside from like slaughtering them here for the last 10 minutes? And it's nothing personal, I just want your shells and your tridents. So far, everyone that's had a shell has dropped it at least. And I don't know if that's like just a sure drop, they always do that. But that's something. I guess only reason I think for those is if I ever wanted to build a conduit, which I don't know. I really should have been counting because it's probably not as many as I think it is, but it's been a lot that we've seen with tridents and none have dropped it. Another fishing rod? Sure, why not? I'll take it if you're willing to part with it. Of course you're not. I looked in statistics. I'm not sure how many I had before I started, but right now we're at 154. Wow, okay, there's a lot of you. Why is there only one with a trident? Why can't you all just have them? Saved you for last, buddy. Let's do this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I'm getting frustrated. I mean, it's got to be like 10 at this point. I don't know what the rates are for drops on a trident, but I have to be doing pretty poorly here statistically. Number 2 gazillion and nothing. Number 3 bazillion. Let's see if you're gonna be any kinder. No, of course not. And here we go again. What's going on here? This can't be right. I've killed so many drowned. Just keep on moving, keep trying. Come on, come on. Give me a trident. Oh, I'm losing my mind. This might be the last one before we take a break. Because I just can't really do this much more. Please, 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 please. No, I don't think. It's almost just like rubbing it in that they all do this. Like I can't just pick that up. It's right there, right in front of me. I'm back at the base. We can drop off what we found at least. Or no, we can't. I forgot we filled up this chest. And drop off some of the stuff we found. New chest down here for these. I was thinking about calling it quits, but I just put like 30, 40 minutes into that. I'd really just like to get a trident. Don't think we can stop now, citizen. Where's my Pontifex Maximus? Brought you some goodies. Okay, let's get back at it. I think I'm just having terrible luck. There's no conspiracy, right? Because we're now up to 268 drowned. And I looked it up, we should be having like an 11% chance or so with looting 3. And it just doesn't seem to be working in our favor. Maybe this time? Did I? I thought I saw one. I guess not. So I'll stop, you know, making you watch the same thing over and over again. I'm just going to keep at this. And I mean, yes, I have a limit. At some point I'd have to stop, but I at least want to do it a little bit longer and see what we can get because I refuse to believe that it's just impossible for us to get a trident. Oh, at least, I mean, they're spawning in more often too, which is nice. It's just uncanny. They're not dropping it. Ooh, look at that. This one's holding both. Shell and trident. Maybe that means you're lucky and you're going to drop both? When's it going to be old Legion's turn? Ooh, where did this axolotl come from? And I didn't know they attacked drowned. It's like, what's going on with it? Yeah, keep going. Keep getting it. Yeah, you deserve it. No, what? Oh, how could you? I thought for sure the axolotl was going to win. Maybe it's the location. I'm getting out of the river. Let's just head out. It's almost night anyway. We're going to head out to sea to see what we can see. And maybe there's just better luck out here. I have no idea. I'm baffled. And actually, I'm not seeing any drowned out here. So maybe this wasn't the best idea. Oh, thanks, Dolphin. I think this will be the last day that I do it. I still haven't had any luck, and it's making me wonder, because I have just taken out so many of these guys, and I've even kind of exclusively been sticking to the ones with tridents, and just absolutely nothing. I'm wondering if there's like a mod that I have or something, the way I have something configured is just like stopping them from being able to drop their trident. Because we're starting to get outside of the bounds of just being unlucky. We are now in the ridiculous realm. Not a realm I like to be in. Yep, this is the last one. I'm all out of gas. I cannot spend like literally the rest of the video trying to get a trident. I am, however, going to pause to look into the mods that I have and just see what's up. I couldn't find any conflicts or anything, so it seems like it's just exceptionally bad luck. So I might try to get back to it, but for now we are going to drop off these books because, like I said, cannot spend the rest of the video trying to do that. And let me know if you noticed anything I was doing wrong. I can't imagine what I could be, using looting on the sword, mainly sticking to killing the drowned with tridents. If I had to guess, probably like 25 or something is the amount I killed at the end of the day, which is pretty bad odds if it is a 10% chance or 11% chance to get a drop. But I guess leave that to me. Before all that craziness, I was going to try to work on the farm, so let's make sure. I don't know that I filled it in all the way entirely. Yeah, still some work to do with the carrots and the beetroot, so let's at least do that. And probably fill up on our potatoes. There we go. Carrots are now complete, which means we should be able to fill in the rest of this pretty easily. There we go. I think that's it. So if we were to take a quick peek at this, should be totally full, which it looks like it is. Nice. Let's grab some potatoes and then we should be good to go. Probably don't need to even do a full harvest, to be honest. Just enough to keep the trades going, which I think we are good with now. Yeah, that should do the trick. Everything else goes in the composter. Hey, look at that. Look where we are again. I thought it might be a good idea to just hang out here at the AFK platform for the gold farm anytime that I want to think about what to work on next, because I'm just going to be sitting and having a think. Why not put it to good use? And what I was thinking was, why don't we got to pick basically. Should we work on a slime farm or should I enclose the iron farm? I do think we'll have time for both, so maybe we go knock out the slime farm. That way I'm sure that I've got it, that can start working, and it should give us plenty of time to come back to the base and wrap up the last couple things there. So we'll grab some extra gold in a minute and then we can go get started on that. Look at that, citizen. Just over 2 stacks of ingots, not bad. Pretty good haul. I feel like Julius Caesar returning from Gaul with treasure in tow. And I need you fellas to relieve me of my rotten flesh. Alrighty, so we can do a bit of organizing, and then I think we just need to grab the stuff that we're gonna need for a farm. As I'm going through and gathering some of this stuff, I'm kind of just trying to make extras of things that we'll probably end up needing in other farms. And this is an example. I only need 1 iron golem for this farm, but sure, we'll need to make more in the future, so why not just get some extras? Here's another example. I don't think I have any soul campfires, and that wouldn't be a terrible thing to have on hand. We'll just make some amount of those, and then we can have an actual chest for them. Look at that. I think I'm actually going to need powdered snow, which is an interesting one. And I believe from a while back when I asked about it in the comments, you all told me the only way to get it is with buckets. And I'm going to need more buckets and more powdered snow. Well, I don't have any, so more buckets and powdered snow. And I think I know where I can find some. Okay, so I think I have most of what I'll need. The thing that I'm missing is the powdered snow and brown mushrooms, which I do have some. We're gonna need a lot more. So we'll come back and do that. For now, let's at least grab that powdered snow. And I'm gonna need 25 buckets of it. I can hear all the drowned laughing at me down there, just hoarding their tridents. Ooh, and actually, while we're getting the powdered snow, look what else I see. Now, I know a lot of this is powdered snow, but kind of difficult to tell which is. It's easy when you're falling into it, when you're trying to get sheep or mobs up to your snow castle. But when you want it, that's when it's nowhere to be found. There it is. That's 16. And I'm just going to get a little bit extra just to be safe. There we go. And one thing does occur to me about getting the brown mushrooms. My axe has silk touch on it, which I'm pretty sure means if I try to take these, it's just gonna do that, which is not what I want. So I kind of think, can we just do this with All Reliable? Will Fortune work on this? I have no idea. Either way, we're getting mushrooms. I'm actually gonna need 625 of these babies, so I have a feeling we'll need to do some growing of mushrooms rather than just kind of running around and hoping on finding them. Hey, come back here. Well, 15, that's a start. Let's get one more of you. Try to put as much of the powdered snow in that one. Actually, you might need one more. Yeah, especially with the mushrooms. 4 shulker boxes for 1 farm. That's why we've got them. Let's actually grab an iron axe for more of the mushrooms. I kind of forget about the mushrooms. Is it true they can grow on Podzol outside, like in the light? Or is that not going to work? No, that works. Okay. So we'll just do this kind of like a lot till we have over 600 of these. I'm going through those iron axes a little bit too quickly. And just so happens this guy has Unbreaking 3 iron axes, so why don't we switch to that? I knew villagers were good for something. And we are not even halfway there yet. Wonderful. Oh boy. Okay. A few stacks of bone meal and a few axes later, I believe I have everything that I need for the slime farm. That should be all we need, and actually I got a couple stacks left over, so that should hopefully come in handy in the future. I don't think I have a fungi chest yet, and if I do, I don't see one, so let's do that. Bloop! And actually something else we should do, and running low on obsidian again, great. I need more than that. So, gonna get a little bit more obsidian. We're gonna make ourselves another portal to get to the swamp where we are going to be building this slime farm. That should fortunately be pretty simple because not only are we used to it, we've done it a few times already, but I do believe if we take the portal to the desert, that's actually pretty close to the swamp, so that'll save us some time. In we go. Overshot it. And I think it's this one. Am I right? I think I'm right. Yep, I'm right. And yeah, I just realized I jumped off and went and did this without actually getting the obsidian I needed, but I do have enough to build it there. So let's go to the swamp, pick a spot, build our portal, then we can go back and get more obsidian and build the one in the nether. Should be right over here, and look at that, it is. And actually, right on the edge here is probably a good spot. We're obviously going to have to clear out some trees, but this doesn't look like a half bad spot to do it. So we'll make it easy on ourselves. Let's just build a portal right on the edge, right on the water. And then when we get started with the build, we can go through here and clear a bunch of the trees, make an open area, then build the farm. So you are going to go right here. All right, we've got those coordinates down, so we'll light that. Let's go get some more obsidian and build this in the nether. Then we can just come straight back and get started on the farm. At some point, I just need to go to the end and mine out an obsidian pillar because this is not infinite. Speaking of not infinite, we are starting to hit the bottom of this pool, but 32 should last us for a bit. So for now, we're okay. Let's go build a portal in the nether and get started on this farm. I'm trying to build a trail of torches that leads back to the area for the new portal because I don't want to lose it out there, obviously. There we go. So the new trail leads over this way, and this should be the spot for the slime portal. So if all went to plan, when we light this and step through, we should be in the swamp. Ooh, I'm good. Like it's that difficult. All right, let's get all of this laid out and then we can get started on the farm. But of course, first we're gonna have to do a little bit of clear out around here. And it's probably not gonna hurt to drop a couple of these on the beach. So if we come here at night, we're not gonna jump out into a big ol' monster party. Witch's hut here, apparently. Didn't see that last time. Don't think I did. Shouldn't mess with our plans, we just won't build it too close. Should we take a quick look? Hello, anybody home? Don't have any milk on me, so maybe we just kind of be nice to each other if there's anybody in here. Wow, very interesting. No loot, a cauldron, and no witches. Very fun. Well, we still know it's there if we need one. Alright, so we probably will go to bed, but definitely in the morning, we're going to be doing a lot of this. Let the tree destruction commence. Alrighty, that should be plenty of space, I think. Could always knock down a little bit more if we need it, but I think we'll be good with that. I'm thinking this seems like a good... Well, I don't want to be too close to the witch hut. Maybe I was going to say for a central spot to begin, we'll just make sure we're, you know, putting some distance between ourselves and that, which means I probably am going to have to clear out a little bit of that. But let's just find out. I think this is a good place to start. Like most farms, we begin with a central area. We're going to build a spawning platform for the slimes. And while I'm sure that would be fun to watch real time, I think it might be a little bit more fun if we did a time lapse. So why don't we cut over to that? And you can see this farm get built at a bit of an accelerated rate. How about that? All right, I think we're done. And honestly, not too bad. We're up here on the AFK platform, and in the time it took me to build my way up here and make the platform, it should actually be working. I'm going to give it just a minute, and it's just because I want to make sure it is working. And then we'll go down, check to make sure we have some slime in the collection chest down there, and then maybe I can just briefly talk through what we did. As always, I will include a link to the tutorial I used in the description below, so if you'd like to build a slime farm in your own world, you should be able to use that. Because really, aside from getting all those brown mushrooms, building the farm wasn't too bad. What remains to be seen is if it works. And like I said, it should have been working already, so let's go take a quick look. And I'm not really hearing anything, so that's not overly encouraging. Okay, never mind. It does indeed work, and that is probably more slime than I have ever seen the entire time I've been in this world. So nice, very cool. You probably saw from when I was building it throughout the time lapse, but the general idea is that we've got this enclosed area, the spawning platform, where there was no light when we covered it up. It should be the exact correct height in here for slimes to spawn, but stopping Endermen from spawning in there and other mobs, because Endermen have sticky fingers and they would try to take our mushrooms. The point of the brown mushrooms is they give off a light level of 1, so by covering the floor in there with those, it means there's a bit of light, which means other mobs aren't going to spawn, but the slimes can. They try to get into the middle so they can get at the iron golem. And when they fall into this chamber here, if they're a larger slime, they're going to be touching the powdered snow. That's going to kill the large slime and break them up into smaller ones. Then when they're small enough, the water pushes them into this little hole here with the soul campfire, where that finishes the job and it pushes the rest of the slime down into this chest. Fairly simple, but quite effective. So I say we go up there AFK for the rest of this day, and then we can bring whatever slime we got back home, and hopefully never run into a shortage of this again. That's the idea. I want to have enough in this world so that there's never really any shortages, or if I want to build something, I'm not held back by the fact that I don't have a certain block or a certain item. So we'll do this till night, we'll go down and collect, and then we can head on back. Alright, it's almost nighttime, so let's head down there and see what kind of loot we're bringing home. That's kind of odd, isn't it? Doesn't seem like it was working while we were up there. Did I make the AFK platform a little too tall? That worries me a little bit, which means before it was only working when I was building my way up? Okay, maybe we'll do one more day here because that worries me. It wasn't working when I was up there, apparently. We gotta fix that. And I'm just checking, the iron golem is still there. I wanted to make sure nothing spawned in here and killed the iron golem, but that's not the problem. So let's try to lower the AFK platform a little bit. That might be it. All right, we're just about 10 blocks lower, so let me just stand here for a minute, then we'll go look again. Isn't that weird though? It worked for like really well, and then it didn't. What changed? The only thing I could think of is this, the level we're at. Okay, let's go check again. And I didn't see slimes in there when I was on my way down. Still nothing. What's going on? They should be able to spawn in right now. Okay, I'm stumped. We might bring what we have now back to base. Maybe do what I was thinking for the iron farm back there, and then we'll come back after I have a chance to review the replay mod. I could take a look in there and see if anything changed or what happened. So let's run back. I mean, it worked a little bit, so we know it does work. Just how to get it to keep working, because that would be ideal. We'll figure it out, but if I don't in this video, let me know if you have any thoughts. In any event, pretty cool. We are going to head back. So you know the drill. We're going to empty out all the shulkers, organize everything. We now do have some of this, so that's nice. And then we can talk about next steps. All right, there we go. I think we're all cleaned up. Which means if the next project is to build something around the iron farm, there are a couple considerations. One, I would like the ability to see into here to see if it stops working. So we're probably going to have to use glass for something up here. Speaking of, it looks like that might not be working right now. But number two, for the most part, it's going to need to be spawn proof. I can't build something that, you know, has things jutting out or the top or whatever. Iron golems would be able to spawn on it. They have to be able to spawn right there, which means everything else has to be spawn proof. With that in mind, I'm going to grab some materials. I actually don't really know what I want to build here, so we might just go with the flow and see what looks good. Oh, and there we go. Guess it is working. So this is definitely going to be a winging it project. We'll see how it goes. Actually, while I'm grabbing items, I just had a stroke of inspiration. I might know why the slime farm wasn't working. While I was working on figuring out the lag, I was messing with render distance and simulation distance. I brought this down to 6, and I think that's not far enough to get down to the slime farm. I think it's supposed to be on 8 instead. So when we finish this build, I'm going to change this to 8 and head back. I think that might fix it, but currently that's my best guess. And as far as the iron farm goes, still have a lot of white concrete left over from the forum build, as well as some quartz. And I like the idea of continuing with some of the design we were doing at the forum. So why don't we grab a little bit of this, or a lot of bit of this, as well as maybe some glass panes. I don't think I used that enough. Okay, let's see what we can do with all of that. And unfortunately, I have a lot of this concrete in powder form, so we're gonna have to convert that. Only 2 stacks though, that shouldn't be too bad. And I think it makes it easier if you have the concrete powder in your offhand. So then I should be able to place, break. That's going to be a bit difficult to get used to. Oh, I can just hold it down. That's way easier. Look at that. Not bad at all. Good stuff. That was easy. Could have been a lot worse. Okay, and now what do we want to do with all of this? First up, let's place some foundation blocks where I think I want it to be surrounded. Maybe something like that down here, because then it's going to enclose this and this. We'll surround it with white concrete because I have a decent amount of that, and it's going to be just inside the pillars. Ooh, that's a problem. Okay, so maybe we can't do that. Or it has to go all the way up. Stop that from being a problem, except I'm inside the walls. I think I'm gonna have to move it one more out. That should keep things safe here, and then we'll just add in some walls where it makes sense. To me anyway. Starting to take shape. It's kind of it's like a pillar house, something. You could call it a villa, little iron villa. I do, however, want some variation of color. So what we'll do is the old leaves and fence design. And then there might even be a gap there. We might use the glass panes, but as a way of getting some additional color, we are going to put these in. And we should probably have a doorway leading in here, so maybe that'll be over on this side. Gonna have to cap the ends of these with the wood rather than the logs, and then finish that up and go through and strip everything. And there we go, that looks pretty nice. I think we're gonna do the same thing once again up here, and I think I'm gonna run out of mangrove. I'm gonna have to run back to grab some more in a minute. Yep, that's all I've got, so let's strip down all of that and go grab some more. Thank you. I'm really hoping that the lava can't reach up here to set the wood and stuff on fire. I don't think it can. I guess it's more of a desperate hope than a think. Here we go, that's looking pretty good. Now, I don't know that these pillars are going to go any higher, so I think we just cap them all with a slab just to make sure they're spawn-proof up here. And let's have a look so far. That's pretty cool, I like that. Now, we need to make decisions about the part on top. What are we going to do up there? And something isn't spawn-proof because I'm guessing this guy just spawned on something. Unless he did a minute ago. And I missed it. The fences should stop it up there, I think. Put slabs on the pillars. Let's get rid of this guy and just keep an eye on it. Might have happened a minute ago when I wasn't looking, before I spawn-proofed the columns or pillars. I'm thinking, what if we fill in some of this with white concrete? Actually, I don't think we can do it here. Yeah, well, yeah, that's 3 tall. An iron golem would be able to spawn in here. Can go underneath the glass though. I think I changed my mind. I think I want the pillars on the front to go a bit higher. That way we can put glass on the front so we can still see iron golems fall down into that pit. Definitely looking better so far. We just need to wrap up around the sides. I'm kind of just moving my way up using the similar design element that we did on the lower levels. But don't worry, I put in a window here so we're not going to miss the fun. Nothing cheers me up like terrified villagers. This is where it gets interesting though, because we're up near the top and we're also beginning to intersect with the wall. So I'm kind of thinking as a way to spawn proof, we put a slab on the lower level on the outside of this. And then I think I'll need more slabs for the next part, but we're also going to do it here. And it'll just leave a little gap between the two, because things like this can happen. And we can't have that, can we, big guy? I'm wondering if you can get to me if I do something like this. Doesn't look like it. Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay, so we just need some more slabs. And, ooh, I do have blocks of quartz. So we can do it here, look at that. Ooh, that's dangerous. I forgot to put this back in here after I made some more white concrete. Okay, good. So that's still working, and I want to see how it looks from down here. It definitely looks like a something. It looks like a modern home built out of Roman materials, which is a neat idea if you think about it. We are also going to hang some lanterns in here just because I think this is now potentially a place for mobs to spawn and I don't want that. You can come in here and just watch this if you're into that kind of thing, you weirdo. And I actually kind of like that it's open. The only thing that I don't like is how that goes up higher than everything else. Yeah, I mean, I kind of don't want to put a roof on it or anything. Roof. Yeah, sounds like a dog barking, I know. But I do kind of like it the way it is. Just want to add a couple accents around the bottom. I mean, I think that looks pretty cool. It's not even a house. There's more just like a garden area inside there. It's enclosing everything. As far as I'm aware, there's nowhere that iron golems can spawn on top of it, except potentially on top of that, but I haven't seen any do that yet. If I do, we could just add slabs on the top of that. Everything else is half slabs or fences. I think we're in good shape. That looks pretty good. I like it. It also kind of fits in with what we did over there, and we just kind of brought the same element over closer to everything else that we've built. I'm a fan, Citizen. I think it's an upgrade. Actually, you know what might be fun as a final detail in there? Since there's nothing really on the inside portion that we built down there, and because it is viewable when they drop in here, what if there were just little things in here? Not quite an iron golem, but nearly. So the shape, we've got that there. Bits and pieces, basically, of their comrades. And then, of course, poppies all over the place. Is it a bit weird? Yes. Does it add just a little extra something? Yes, it does. There we go. I like that better. So that's pretty cool. When they drop in, they can get a look and probably be horrified that they see kind of bits and pieces of iron golems. I like it. I think that's a good idea. Nice. I like it. Definitely an upgrade. I think I said that already, but it's worth saying twice. Anyway, I think it's worth heading back over to the slime farm because I want to test my theory. I think that might be what's up. And I'd also like to know it's reliable and it works when we need it to. To the swamp. Is there a chance for donkeys to spawn in swamps? I think that would be a nice detail. Donkey. Anyway, we'll bring this up to 8. We'll head back up to the original height of the AFK platform. Ooh. And we'll stand here just for 1 or 2 minutes. It shouldn't take much longer. And I really hope this fixes it. All right, let's see if that did anything. 6. So it did something. Let's take those out. Iron Golem's still in there. We got 6. Let's do one more test. Because I'm really curious how we got like a stack and a half in, it seemed like a minute or so. We're trying it one more time from this second platform, 10 lower, just in case. And let's check that. 20 that time, so a bit better. It's probably best if we just use that one that's a little bit lower, because 10 lower than this, I kind of doubt there's any caves. I haven't heard any mobs beneath this. So even if it does allow any mobs to spawn 10 blocks lower, I think we're probably safe with that. So, I mean, at least we know it works. And I think I was right. It was just the simulation distance. So if we're here and we want to AFK for a while to get a lot more slime, we'll just do a bit lower platform there, make sure the simulation distance is right, and then it should work. Okay, solving problems. All right, so given how much time we have left in the video, and the fact that we haven't upgraded the SPQR sign yet, biggest thing that bothers me is that it's got this cobblestone behind it. It's like one of the first blocks you ever get in the game. I don't like that it's the design element of the back of my sign. So I want to do some upgrading here, and I think it would be great if we could use some valuable blocks for that. Probably not a lot, but let's see what we have. Could probably use a couple diamond blocks. I've got a decent amount of emerald blocks, and I could always get more of those. Copper might be an idea. And then, as always, frog lights, things like that. So, in order to make myself a bit more comfortable, I think let's go mining a little bit, see if I can add to our diamond collection. That way we can use more of those blocks, and then we'll also do a little bit of trading. I want to see if we can max out a bit and maybe a couple stacks of blocks of emerald. That'd be nice to have. So a bit of work to do with that. But it does mean we'll have everything that we need in order to do a nice upgrade over there. So let's prep for some trades with the villagers. And then after we've collected a bit on that front, let's head back down to the mine and just see if we can find diamonds. So we don't have to dig it out entirely like we were doing before. Could be much more of like just a strip mining situation with hallways rather than the whole area, but we'll see. I might do that. So we'll probably go through the usual suspects for stick trades, produce trades down there, maybe iron trades. I don't know about that. Kind of would rather let the iron grow a bit. It should go fairly quickly given the amount we can trade with all of them. So maybe 1 day or so, just kind of max out on all the villagers. And then we can head down to the mine and test our luck. I mean, I've got plenty of diamonds. It's just I don't want to deplete my supply just making blocks so I can add them to the sign over there. Of course, though, now that I want to trade, they're not going to refresh, even though, once again, it's the next day. Did you just do it? I think I just heard it. Yes. Sometimes they listen. It's rare, but sometimes they listen. How about you two? Hey, nice. Okay, so that's quite a bit for a single day. It's not going to be 2 stacks of the blocks, but it will give us a bit extra, like 33 extra. And that is at least over a stack, so it's more than we had, and we've still got some down here. I like that. That'll do what we want. So let's head down to the mine, see if we can get lucky with a few diamonds. Then after a little bit of that, I think it'll be time to take on the last project, that sign. Unless I want to try my luck one more time with the drowned, trying to drop a trident, which I think I might. I might clear out a bit of space over here, and then after I get bored of doing all of it, I might just do hallways. So let's see what we can do here. Trying to dig out areas that I think we'll end up clearing out anyway, because I do think I'm going to keep heading in that direction eventually. So why not just build in a few hallways while we're looking for diamonds in any event? So far, not very encouraging, however. No diamonds in that whole area back there. Something else we should probably do before I start work on the sign is get some colored blocks that I think I would end up wanting to use for it, and I'm thinking red and gold would come in handy. I am really not having any luck. Did this whole area down both ways, cleared out some of this, all of that down there. Yeah, I don't know what's up. Not my day for diamonds. Well, that's unfortunate, but not a deal breaker. Let's work on some of the other blocks because I think we have enough. And for the gold, it would sure be nice if we could use actual gold. Maybe I'll do a little bit more AFKing at the gold farm, but we could also use terracotta or concrete or even wool. Because we do have a bit of gold now, I could do a bit more. We could make more blocks. I kind of want to use some of that, but I also have leftover sand and gravel, so we could make concrete. And I do have red and yellow dye. I think you can make yellow dye, yeah. And as a way to prep for that, because I think I might go with that, I believe sunflowers are one of the ones that you can bone meal to get more. Yes, you can. Here we go, and that should make plenty of dye for us. We already have red dye, little bit of yellow. So if we do that, now we got plenty. A little bit more red, then there you go. We should be good on both of those. Now, how much could we actually make? Let's see, we could probably do 8 stacks of each. That would be a decent amount. I'm sure it would come in handy in other times, so maybe if we just fill up on that, fill up on the yellow, then we'll have to go through and turn all this concrete powder into concrete, but now we know that's pretty simple. And looking at it, I think that'll probably be enough. We've got the 2 kinds of concrete. We've got different type of ore blocks just to make it a little bit shinier. We should probably do some banners. So why don't we also head over to the wool farm that we built at the snow castle? And I might need to do a little AFK, but hopefully there's from when we built it, I know there's still some in there. So let's see how it looks. How's my winter wonderland doing? Have you been keeping an eye on everything for me? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Ah, hello, Dorman. No, I'll keep my shoes and my coat. I'm not staying long. So, yellow. Oh yeah, we've actually got quite a bit. And on the red front, same thing, quite a bit. That's awesome. This thing is still working very nicely. This was built in the Snow Castle video, 600 days. So if you want to see how we did all this, you can go back and watch that one. But yeah, I think that's actually all we need here. Would I want different color of banners aside from just the yellow and the red? Maybe something a little bit more neutral, like a gray? Yeah, let's bring some, just in case. All right, that was easy. So we can head back and then, I mean, I just flew past it anyway. Let's drop off all this stuff. There we go. I'm just going to spend one day trying to find a trident again. Or, you know, we found plenty of tridents. It's just they ended up in our face rather than in our inventory. So we'll just spend a little bit of time doing that. And if I don't get one, it wasn't meant to be, and that's fine. Then we should have about 10 days left to upgrade the sign. Oh, how I missed this. And we'll just kind of do what we did last time. Swim through, clear them out, allow for new spawns, hope that somebody comes in with a trident. While I gently weep to myself, you could at least humor me and spawn in with a trident. I know you're not going to drop it, but I like to think I have a chance. There we go. I appreciate that. Ow. Right in the face. First one. Does that mean it's going to work just because, you know, why not? Of course not. And last one of the night. Yep. That was a waste of time. Ooh, that bugs me. It was not to be. Okay, let's start by converting all of this stuff, and then we can probably begin on the sign. And this is actually a pretty good spot to do it, so we can just hold this down and convert it all. All right, that's all the red. On to the yellow. I keep spacing out and then taking out the stone brick beneath this and having to replace it, so I'm doing my best to actually pay attention to what I'm doing. Last one, nearly there. And there we go, we're all set. I do think these will be the major elements of what we want to do, so maybe we go out, we get rid of the cobblestone and start filling in some of this, and then we can see what's left and what we might need to change aside from that. Alrighty, so first up, all this has to go. Well, not all this, I'm talking about the cobblestone. So all this cobblestone needs to go. And we got a little over 7 stacks of cobblestone out of that, so we probably should be alright with the amount of concrete that we ended up making, but I kind of want to get rid of this too. Okay, so all of that is gone. We now have this. Do I want to keep it the same material? Do we need to change that? We could always do that last. Why don't we fill in the new background, and then we can make a decision on that. And I think I want it to be a little bit lower, by which I mean I might want to get rid of a bit of this. Oh geez, I forgot how much we actually covered up here. Maybe one more, or yeah, let's do one more. There we go. Then we can just fill in the area that we exposed here. There we go. No problem. And from there, I think we can start filling in some of this stuff. And the main background is going to be red, and then there's going to be elements of the yellow for a design. And while I'd like to add an eagle and laurels and things like that for basically the Roman flag, I don't think it'll fit. So instead of that, thinking we start with something like this, maybe a red background, dotted yellow line along the bottom and also the top. And then we can see how much room we have to add additional elements to it. Luckily, this part's pretty straightforward. It's just a little bit time consuming because I got to fill in this large area again. And then once we get near the top, we'll do a similar yellow line. Oh, you know what I just remembered? Well, first of all, I apparently just remembered I'm out of red concrete. That's not great. So we'll go make more of that. But you know what else I remembered? We haven't done a wither fight yet. I totally forgot about that. So we'll do some more here, and then we have to go fight the wither. Glad I remembered. That would have broken the streak. All right, this should be enough. I think I got 4 more stacks. Okay, we're ready. Okay, and now we have 1 space, which I think is what we did last time, followed by more yellow, and then we fill in with red. I think because I have so much yellow left over, I'm gonna put some borders on the edges over here too. Next up, let's make some banners, and I'm kind of just using them as a part of the design, but I also might put some on top. I'm not sure. I think I am gonna put them on top. And now I think I'm good with that. I just need to worry about lighting and where to put the valuable blocks. So let's look into that. And since there's no red frog lights, I think we're gonna have to go with ochre because it's basically yellow. Don't know what I want to do with it yet. So let's see how many of these we can get and if I actually want to use them. And then let's say 2 diamond blocks for now. So we can get 29 blocks of gold, 2 blocks of diamond, and I think if we use the white concrete, just to kind of give it a bit of a border, and then also add a bit of height up top, which, yes, to be fair, I don't know if I have enough of to completely fill in. We're about to find out. No, I'm definitely not going to have enough. The good thing, I absolutely love converting this powder. And I believe, yeah, we got plenty in here, so let's just do that. I keep forgetting to put my totem back in my offhand when I do this. I got to remember when I'm done. Don't let me forget, citizen. Ugh, that was disconcerting. Okay, put that back. Grab all of this. Hopefully that's the last time we need to do it. How dare it rain on my Roman flag? I cannot believe Jupiter would allow this. In any event, why don't we now just line each flag with a little bit of gold? And this is just so, you know, if people visit the province, they're gonna know we gots the wealth. People have to know these things. And then I think for the diamond, since the gold is in the middle and the red flag is on the yellow, but there's one spot right here, maybe we put the diamond on each side just to kind of flank each one. There we go. And where do we want the frog lights? I think we should actually have some here on top just so nothing spawns up here. Hopefully it looks okay, but we do need some light up here. I also noticed that it's a bit difficult to see this red glass now because there's a red background. So I think we'll exchange that for yellow concrete. Almost done. I need one more thing. I am going to use some of the other frog lights, and yeah, I think it'll be pearlescent. I think we are done with the sign, but I'm not going to show you yet. Gotta have something to do for the very end of the video, and as I said, I completely forgot that we still need to do our wither fight. And once again, I'm going to bring extra because I think I know how to fix the problem we ran into last time when we tried to spawn the wither in the end, because if you watch that video, essentially it's supposed to be easier there because it gets trapped in the bedrock under the end portal, but something went wrong, the wither got out, it was difficult. So while I'm still going to prepare for that eventuality, I'm hoping I figured out what the problem is and we can fix this. So we're just gonna make sure the inventory is nice and prepped just in case. And I was getting low on these, so I figured why not fill back up the rocket chest. Keep some of these on backup. Throw the rest in here because I was entirely empty. And then I don't think I'm gonna bother with golden apples. I'll just make sure I'm full on the golden carrots and that should be fine. And let's see what that can do for us. Let's actually, because I have a golden carrot chest now. Isn't that fancy? I know, right? So we can put the extras in there. There we go. I think we probably have all we need. Like I said, this time it's supposed to go off without a hitch. Doesn't mean it's going to, but a guy can hope, right? So off to the end portal, which I always forget which way it actually is. I think it was this one. And then we can do our wither fights. All right, and down we go. Should just put like some water down at the bottom so I could just fall all the way down. Ow, but not on this day. And alley-oop. Okay, so just to double check, this is what we set up. Little area beneath the end portal. And looking at it, I can confirm this is not right. Apparently what it's supposed to be, if you look up at the end portal, I dug out everything here, so you should be able to find a center. For example, from this side, if you count 1, 2, 3, that should be the center. If you count out 1, 2, 3, same block, and 1, 2, 3, same block. Same thing from all sides. Currently, the wither setup that I have here, the tail of it is off center. It's closer to this side. And apparently that's the issue. The tail of this setup is supposed to be on that center block. So if I were to just grab 3 of these, then we should have this one as the center block. That should be the center because, again, if you look at the bottom, there's 2 on each side, and it's centered right beneath the middle of the end portal. So if that's supposed to be the tail, that means these 3 should go here. I'm gonna make a little bit more room just to be safe. And apparently that's the only issue. We should be able to spawn in a wither. It'll get stuck. Its head will get stuck right up here. Won't be able to go anywhere. And we can just slice away, take care of business. And I really hope that's the case because it's super annoying if they get out up here and just fly around. You have to use rockets. You have to basically lure them down, and it's just an enormous pain. So wish me luck. We're going to try this again, and hopefully it works this time. Ooh, okay, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. There's the wither. Looks to be stuck, maybe. Just gonna avoid the blast. Go. And if we sit here, please don't go anywhere. Please just stay right there. So far, so good. And look at that health going down. Oh, couldn't be easier. Yes, that is fantastic. It worked. Thanks for saving me from my mistake there, citizens. Something as simple as just being a block off, and now it works perfectly. Now that is an easy way to get nether stars. And of course, now we've got the Wither Skeleton Skull farm, so we could do this as many times as we want. We could make so many beacons. I might, in fact, make so many beacons. Well, no reason to stop there. Let's do the other one and get ourselves a 2nd star. Oh no, what's wrong, buddy? You get your head stuck? Well, that's terrible, and I'm sorry to hear it. I really wish there was something I could do to help you. I'm trying to get you out of there with my sword, but it doesn't seem to be working. Oh, there we go. I did. Oh. Well, we tried to help. We tried to do the right thing. That is really cool. I love that. Also, though, since we're here, remember we talked about getting some extra obsidian, and I'm tired of running out, so let's get, I don't know, a stack or so. Then we can also heal up our tools while we're here and head back to make some beacons, and then we can see where it makes sense to place those, because I don't know exactly where they need to go currently. I've seen a few different channels where they actually remodel the end, and one of the main parts of that is getting rid of all of these pillars. And yes, you can get a beacon and you can speed it up a little bit that way, but can you imagine? I feel no desire to remodel the end. And if I did, I would incorporate these. There's no way. That's like, I don't even know. You're talking like 10 hours of just sitting here doing this non-stop. And I don't know about you, citizen, but to me, that sounds like a nightmare. I mean, kudos to them though, the ones that do it. Oh, great. Guy, you walked into my eye line. What was I supposed to do? Great. Wonderful. Perfect. This is what I need. Totally your fault, Enderman. Walk right in front of where I'm looking. What's a guy supposed to do? All right, we'll call that good. A little over a stack. And now we have this interesting floating pillar here as well. But before we head back, let's go over, heal up all of our tools. And I think we'll be all set. Poor old Reliable, nearly at 50%. We'll get you taken care of. And there you go, no problem. We are all good. I could probably just hold these other ones and they're gonna get all that extra XP. And there you go, nice and easy. As always, we'll do a little bit of clear out because we're here. Why not? Do not throw the nether star or the obsidian. There we go. Okay, you good with that, citizen? Because I'm good with that. I'm ready to go back. Ooh, and now we've got this new thing to fly through. Pew! And right into the portal. Let's go home. And now we can make ourselves 2 shiny new beacons. Look at that. So easy. We also now have ourselves some spare obsidian if we need it. And let's go have a look. So we kind of need to do a review. I know down in the mine we have haste 2. This one we have jump boost and speed. I don't know that we need any others at the base, but we could check what's at the Colosseum. That may be a good use for it up there, because currently we have resistance and resistance 2 with strength and regeneration. We could change this to strength 2 and then maybe like speed or jump with regeneration or something like that. I mean, essentially through the farms that we kind of have the ability to get unlimited beacons now. And I like the idea of just being like immortal up in the arena. That's kind of my thought. Why don't we just make this a full 2x2, 4 total beacon? Phew, look at that. Look at the power. That way we can have resistance 2. This one we can change to strength 2. Then we can do speed and speed 2. And finally, why not jump boost with regeneration? And now we are officially a Roman demigod. Look at that madness. Now, I am sorry to say you are just done for, all of you. Is this just gonna one-hit all of them? I think it might. Oh man, I can just one-shot all of these mobs. Boom! Feel the power. Don't even mind being set on fire. What's gonna happen? And yes, I know overconfidence is many a general's downfall. But don't you worry, citizen. Oh, see what I mean? That's the first time that happened. Never had a creeper explode up here before, so leave it to me. We need to go get some more sandstone, and I think wither roses. I lost a couple there. Okay, so got it. Don't be overconfident. Okay, let's go fix it up. First, let's just make sure this is all good. There we go. That looks good to me. Then we cover you back up. So, I mean, yeah, not the end of the world if a creeper explodes. It's just more a nuisance, a pain than anything else. Go, then wither roses. We're good. We're all good. All repaired. Now, if any more would like to come out, I do kind of want to exact my revenge now. And now I'm comfortable playing it safe with creepers. No reason in particular. You'd think they'd learn, too, about this whole walking out into the sun thing. Like, maybe it's not capable in their little tiny brain. They can't comprehend that, that is what's making them be on fire. But you still think they'd, wise up a little bit. In any event, it is getting late in the day, and I do believe tomorrow is our last day before we get to 800 days in this world. Can you believe it? Because I hardly can. Which, interesting note, by the way, is the longest amount of time I have survived in a hardcore world. Not to, jinx myself or anything, because we want to keep this world. Get him, zombie villager, get him. Ooh, and the creeper patrol. Where did you get a bow? I didn't know they could spawn with bows. Too many creepers. Actually getting a nice amount of stuff for the Legion, that's nice. But yeah, end of the day, we got to get back. Tomorrow we'll take a look at the sign, or the flag. You can let me know what you think. But we'll use the rest of this day to do a little bit of organizing. And then sadly, it'll be time to wrap up. I'm just trying to get rid of this rotten flesh that we got, and this guy, which this makes sense, he's not refreshing, and that's because the other one stole his job block, so we might have to get a second one in here, but then it's going to be impossible to get him to accept it and not some other new villager. So maybe we just don't worry about it. Wait, this is another new one. What's going on with that? I mean, I know it's the last day, but let me know if anybody knows what's happening there. The brewing stand is right there, and for whatever reason, whoever takes the job, once they lock in, because now I've got 3. Once they lock in, somebody else takes it, and then the old ones don't refresh. Maybe they get stuck upstairs. Maybe if I just try to move it. No, a new one just took it again. What is going on with that? Look, you've already got the job. It's right there. Right there, look. You're gonna take it, aren't you? Yep, you did. Okay, I'm baffled. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Does not matter. I'm sure it will at some point in the future, but right now, we don't have time for plebs. Unless it's my favorite farmer plebs. Okay, just wanted one last trading session before we wrap, but that's looking nice. Should be a good start for anything we want to do in the future. So finally, let's go take a look at this SPQR flag. And I'll do a reveal here, but what I want you to think about, because this is what I thought when I saw it when I was finished with it. For whatever reason, I'm thinking a blend of ancient Rome and Las Vegas. So keep that description in mind when you see this, which I don't hate, by the way. But here is the updated SPQR flag/sign for our base. And without a doubt, it is a huge improvement from what we had before, that cobblestone background. I have some elements of the actual flag, like the red background, using yellow elements in it. Like I said, there wasn't space to do like a laurel or an eagle motif or anything like that. But we were able to use the expensive type stuff. So for instance, the gold up at the top, diamonds flanking it at the side, and then banners throughout the top. Replaced the red glass in there because you couldn't see it with the red background. Now it just got the yellow concrete, and there's frog lights kind of surrounding the whole thing. And I'll wait till night to show you. Right now, kind of just looks flashy, but at night it looks like Las Vegas because of all the frog lights. But let me know what you think. Is this an improvement? I'd never realized how much it bothered me that it was just a cobblestone background. But when I thought about it, it did. So I think this looks a lot better. But yes, I agree. There is a 50% possibility that there is a casino behind this. And actually, maybe there is, because when you look behind it, we've got this. Who knows what these villagers are up to? And while we wait for night, I'm just going to reflect a little bit on what we accomplished, and it was actually quite a bit this video. We were able to really spruce up the iron farm, although we didn't use spruce wood, so maybe we didn't spruce it up that much. But I do like that. It's kind of a new design style for me, honestly. This is not typically the kind of thing that I would build, but I was almost forced into this type of design based on what the iron farm already had in place. I could have gone bigger and just surrounded it with something different, but honestly, I kind of like it. Even the parts that don't make much sense, like this pillar stopping here and then not touching that, what's holding that up, nobody knows, but I kind of like that actually. We of course got that slime farm up and working now. Probably the biggest change is this. We got so much more storage space, but also it finally looks nice. We were able to get this auto smelter working, which I'm still thrilled about and very surprised that we actually were able to get it to work. And I think it's very cool that it's all hidden back there, and all you have to do is use these chests and then it works. And then as far as expanding the Roman borders, we have this new area over here, which, like I said before, it was just kind of an abrupt cutoff of the base, and now it just seamlessly blends into not only useful farms, but also this I'm a big fan of. I think it's just really beautiful. So it could be a nice place to come over and meditate, just kind of sit here, look at the beautiful water. I should have got fish in there. Remind me in future videos, we should put some fish or something in here. Or even the turtles, we could bring the turtles over probably. And of course, there were plenty of little side adventures, but like I said, I think things are looking great around here. And I'm really happy with what we were able to accomplish. It is clear though that Lunchbox is stuck once again, so maybe do not want to accidentally hit him. And I see the hitboxes on these things. Just do that. Are you unstuck now, or is it something else you're stuck on? There you go. You know what it is, right? It's those rolls you love so much. And I'm not talking about the ones on your sides. I mean when you do your little front flips. And yes, I realize now that I'm holding bamboo and you want some, and hey, what the heck, it's the last day. How would you like to be parents, Lunchbox and Jack Black? Would you? I don't know if you'd like to. You would? We got a baby panda! Happy 800 days, baby panda. Oh, Lunchbox is happy. You're a father! I didn't even think about that when I came over here, but that's a nice way to wrap it up. That's a nice way to celebrate 800 days. Expanding our panda family. And no way, you're just like Lunchbox. You've got the same derpy look and you do front flips. We've got a second one. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. But now that it's night, let's have another look. And there you go. There's our casino SPQR sign. But once again, I'm a fan. I think it all looks great. Let me know what you think in the comments. We did a lot of different things in this video, and I'm curious to get your take on some of the upgrades we made. Let me know your feedback or any ideas that you have. As always, thanks for joining me on another 100-day adventure, and we will see you in the next one, citizen.